Humans have always dreamt of flight. Travel across the skies was commonplace for more than 200 years. The fall grounded all but a few. The massive metal skyships that shuttled countless thousands required fuel that was no longer available and runways that are hard to maintain. In a wasted world, some smaller planes have returned to the air, but these are few and far between. The skies that were split by the bombs have become unpredictable and dangerous. These comparatively tiny vessels are fragile and are seldom able to make more than a few flights before the hostile environment claims them. The floating city that is home to Professor Pickles and Lita may be safe from many of the threats that afflict those of us on the ground, but without their ornithopter, it lies tantalizingly out of reach.
All right, last week, Habits Die Hard. Monday, a couple days ago, 48 hours or so, several of our stalwarts were traveling on their way to try to lay tax law down on a arcade operator. And on their way, something fell from the sky. So concerned about what or who it might be and if they would be in danger, the party rushed to meet the fallen whatever it was, discovered a crashed ornithopter, and in the wreckage was a stunning red-headed woman in unusually sharp clothes and a cat who seemed smart even for a cat. And over time, they figured out that the cat was actually in charge of the two, and that the woman was the cat's aide and bodyguard. So this is, and let me go to the full team. So Kdin is Professor Pickles. Professor Pickles is a lil black cat, and Hannah is playing Lita, and Lita is a pre-gen woman who is at this point a negotiator and bodyguard. So we traveled with them for a while in the presence of Avad and Oni and Goldwater. Somewhere along the line, Goldwater came up missing. We will touch back on that later. He is actually legit. It is canon that he has gone missing. So we will deal with that later. They went to see Mr. Whiskers. Mr. Whiskers is an ultra cat that runs the Nine Lives Club, who is working for the same shadowy feline organization that Professor Pickles works for. They explained what had happened, and Whiskers set them up, hopefully, with a way to get the trade goods they need and a way to get back to the sky to go home. It's going to require, though, traveling. Let me see the map, please, Colt. And when you can, drop it in the chat, please. Although you figured out last time how to do that without the chat, right? You guys can see that?
Yeah, I've got it pinned. I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to show you. Let me see the map, please, Colt. Uh-oh.
Is that you again, Shannon?
Yeah, I'm hearing
it was. It may have been. Nevada is still troubled by the.
Right. It's magical bleed. All right. Fair. So you need to travel. Looking at this map, you need to go from the Ninth Life all the way over to the World Dome, which is to the west there and a little bit to the north. The party, which at this point is just going to be, until we get a little further along, we pick up Marc, will be just Nevada. You know about Waco, which is now called Wacko.
Mm-hmm.
So Waco has become a very Block Wars, Judge Dredd, urban, skyscrapers fighting skyscrapers, taking pot shots across streets, gang war kind of a place. Very dangerous, but the closest to an urban environment that this area has. There is obviously abandoned, but there's an airport where there actually is one now. A little worse for wear. I remember that particular airport not being fantastic now, It's even worse. And there isn't even any barbecue or anything anymore. So you have a fair amount of distance to traverse there. That's about 75 miles from 9th Live to World Dome. So Whiskers was able to set you up with a truck because he is getting a supply run. They're doing a supply run from 9th Live to Wacko because he has deals with a lot of them. He revealed to Professor Pickles that part of the reason he's there is to support the work of the committee in the World Dome and the scientific things they're doing, and is maintaining the club to raise money to do all of that. Another point, anybody who's watching that didn't see the last episode, the Ultra Cats are mutated, evolved cats that can speak telepathically and can use telekinesis to manipulate things. They're also manipulating things politically. They apparently have some kind of shadow organization that's pulling strings. And I think the only reference you made to the rest of the group is that you need to go back home and that it's in the air. I don't think you've told them anything about it other than we need to go there. So I think we're just about caught up. So I'm going to do a brief cut scene here where Oni has decided to go looking for Goldwater. So that's where Oni has gone. Oni's like, look, the guy's got a lot of stuff on his mind. He's always worried about passing out these forms and trying to collect taxes everywhere. For all we know, he's trying to do his diligence at some tire store along the way. But, I got to go find him, make sure he's okay. So she is going to take off to do that as a priority thing. She does, however, suggest that she has a sometime partner named Socket. And Socket, she describes, how would she put it? He's different, but he knows his stuff. And he deals with the tech stuff I don't really want to bother with. And he's reliable enough to just do it. It doesn't need a lot of guidance, which is great. He stays out of my face, I stay out of his. So you pull up, and I won't fully get into the context. This is all basically backstory, but I think it's probably better to meet him in character. So truck pulls up, and we have Driver X. We're actually going to call him Driver X. Driver X. He's actually got a helmet with a big X and duct tape on it. And sitting next to him would be probably Nevad. And then in the back is Lita and Professor Pickles. So you get out, and how would you describe Socket? Well, how would you? Would you please describe Socket?
How would you? Or is the question, when will you? Which is right now.
Okay, so Marc, how would Shannon describe Socket?
This dude's weird, man. Socket is a grotesque bits of metal sticking out everywhere, barely human shaped, but kind of looks monstrous. But as soon as they open their mouth, it's clear that they're just like genial and soft spoken and just interested in helping out. Silver and black smooth skin with pieces of nuggets, like how is it pyrite that has the squares out of it, like that, really nasty. And sometimes stuff glows up and down, little stripes.
Your little Doomsday's nerdy computer obsessed cousin.
Sure, yeah. In my mind, he's kind of like Warlock from the New Mutants.
Ooh,
yeah.
And
with with a touch of some Ben Grimm The Thing energy.
Yeah, very
it.
much so. Yeah. I also was watching Tetsuo the Iron Man last night to get back into it. Kind of like that.
That is the drill. I very seldom reach for the Austin-friendly mind-altering substances. Tetsuo is one of those movies where. Okay, so
something else. Yeah,
we're for the interest of time, we're going to go past. We know what Nevad looks like. We've established that. But I would like Hannah. Could you please describe Lita?
Yeah. So Lita is a fairly tall, or at least averagely tall woman, very put together. She's a finely cut suit. She has fiery red hair. She's just very well groomed, which is very out of the ordinary for the setting that we're in. Very just aesthetically pleasing to look at, kind of the opposite of what you've described. She's just very clean cut, excellently cut suit. That looks very fine and very rare, not something you'd see regularly. And she's just very sleek and elegant and very well put together. That's Lita.
And I'm not actually going to fully I think Black Cat probably covers that.
Yeah,
Right?
That covers
very
it.
unassuming, very simple.
Yes.
It's like, you know what? Everybody's like very simple, very soft, black cat. You'd never suspect anything more than it's just a cat. And that's the point.
I think the only difference is you're a little patchy because
bit.
you got
Well,
singed in
yeah.
the crash.
Oh, only
And,
mildly.
Only mildly singed, but I did get a little bit of a
trim.
haircut. Yes.
yeah.
It's
All
it's
right.
I shared the image with Hannah of what Hannah looks like. I realized, Kdin, just as we were talking, that Professor Pickles is maybe a little bit the meme of the cat filing its nails.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we said Salem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just like yeah. It's like, oh yeah, that is Professor Pickles.
So
Very
true.
much.
So Shannon, you're acquainted with Socket, so you would make the introductions. Driver X says, "Look, I'm on a schedule here, so do your pleasantries. I gotta get going."
Okay.
Oh, he's gruff, but I mean,
Yeah,
we're in a
he's,
hurry, so.
It's like, I mean, okay. Hey everybody, this is Socket. Socket and Oni work together. That's how we met. He's really good with tech stuff, which is helpful because
Sockets a day.
They.
So what?
They.
Sockets a day.
Oh, hey, sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot Socket. They're super good with tech stuff, which is great because I am terrible at where we're
Me
going.
too.
I've
I
been.
mean,
Yeah, but you got the magic.
I've been to this
also
place.
really cool.
magic has its uses, but
Yeah.
tech more than often than not, in my experience, has been more useful, at least in the last hour that I've been with Navad. No offense. We've just had a lot of need for technical expertise, which I certainly don't have either. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to help out any way I can.
yeah, I'm Lita. As I said, very new. Just met Navad about maybe an hour ago. Feels like.
Tried the
Could have been.
churros at the place. They're really good.
Yeah, it's been a busy day,
Oh.
evening time. I mean, it's been more than an hour. It feels
Yeah,
like
they
it's
haven't-
been. It feels like it's been days. But this is Professor Pickles.
Oh, kitty.
And she would defer to Pickles. Lita would not say anything. She would just kind of wait for Pickles.
Pickles just gives a very subtle, gentle nod, not doing anything more than that.
And
Okay.
yeah,
So they would
That's us.
explain that they need to get somewhere to trade for something, and because they're going to a place, so you've heard of. They would tell you that they're going to the World Dump. You have heard of the World Dump, given what you do.
Mhm.
It is layer is the wrong word. Well, we'll use layer for now. For a group of people that call themselves transers with a Z,
Mhm.
they believe that only the flesh has failed. So they seek to enhance their bodies technologically. Cybernetics was an emerging field before the fall. Upgrades exist, but are rare, valuable, and require very specialized skills to install. Transer communities are often led by those with scientific or medical skills. Heavily cybered warriors known as golems ensure they have the resources they need to maintain and obtain whatever they need. Transers mark themselves with a 2, a reference to humans version 2, which is what they believe themselves to be. They're insular and secretive. So it's the kind of thing where, given that you can kind of tell, dude looks like Warlock, like you're the kind of person with the right kind of recruiter would have pamphlets for you, I think. So you've heard of it. You know that they have a rumor for, they're rumored to be running all kinds of like off the wall bleeding edge experiments in there. So you've probably been curious, but again, they're insular. The World Dome used to be a museum. So it was like the kind of place, the World Dome, Children's Museum and interactive STEM experience. It was that kind of place, but has become a super/mad science kind of thing. Okay, so you go about so let's have the map again, Colt. So you're going to go halfway, and you're going to get to the point where, so if you look at the route there, considering that Wacko is dangerous and the airport is likely fairly dangerous as well, basically this driver who's only going to be running to Wacko and then back, he's going to let you off to the north of the city, between the city and the airport, and you're going to get picked up by another driver. So driver X, good luck to you. I got booze to pick up. The cat waits for no one.
It's a busy cat, so yeah.
Oh, that's right. Now down here we just say Mr. W, right?
Probably.
Yeah, he had confided in Pickles that the people that he sponsors the committee in the Dome, and that they mirror the cat research organization, and that they only know him as Mr. W, so they don't actually know that he's an ultra cat. Okay, so you're dropped at the drop point. This is all the catching you up sinking stuff I was talking about earlier.
Yep.
And about an hour later, another truck comes up, and this truck, it's the kind of truck like it's the smaller size refrigerated style truck that you use for grocery deliveries. So we see them a lot in Texas for HEB. Like they're on the road constantly. So not the long boys that are almost, they're not semis, the short ones. It's one of those. On the side, it's the logo says close enough pseudo fruit. And it pulls up. Can I get a notice roll from Professor Pickles, please?
Yes. I'm glad it's starting with me again. Let's see. All right, we've got 6. Hey,
Ooh,
look at that.
Yay.
Okay, so I'm not in the same room you are. I'm apparently only, the die room is only me. So you're gonna have to just call it out. So you got 6s?
I have
Yeah.
a 6 and a 5.
Okay, I can't see it, so that's fine. You see a couple of things. First, because you know technology and you know trucks and vehicles and so forth, because you're a tech, that outside doesn't match the suspension. So it's a different kind of truck with a shell on it to make it look harmless. You're pretty sure also that the cooling thing is not a cooling thing. Chances are good you've seen that kind of modification before. It probably pops up so you can use it like as a gunner position. So the second thing is, well, it might be more than 2. The second of 2 or more things is it's a biofuel supported electric car. So a lot of the stuff that's currently running is running Willie Nelson style. So you've got your biofuel. The chance of you getting proper gas, like that hasn't gone, was not, that was stored properly and is still going to not screw your engine, it would be very rare, very hard to get. So the stuff that's on reliably on the streets it's either electric and it's being powered by large cells and solar panels when you can use them. So basically a biofuel hybrid. And this looks like that, just looking at the exhaust. And the other thing, the third thing, and I will say now, I'll commit to third of three. The third of three thing is it is clearly something that's built with hidden defenses. So you think the cooling unit pops up. Can you also see on the side where there's the things that flip down the signs to show dangerous loads, they're metal pieces that come down? You're pretty sure that actually hides a gun port. So basically, this is a competent wasteland driver with a defensible. It's also riding fairly heavy. I'm going to call this 3.5. Riding fairly heavy, so you're guessing armored. So that the rest of you, though, probably none of that would hit you. The thing that would hit Socket, that would hit nobody else, is you haven't used your ability, but you can feel a little buzz from the engine, which suggests it's got computer assist. So like later than we are in our real world timeline, but not crazy like kit car.
Not kit, yeah.
Yeah, but it's got like an onboard computer. So if necessary, like you could probably just drive the thing without hands. I take it you don't just immediately aggressively take over his truck.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not the best.
Not yet.
Pleased to meet you, right? So he comes pulling up, and wheel goes down, the window goes down, wheel goes down, window goes down, and in the driver's seat is a 3-armed mutant. He is overweight to the point where it looks like he's basically accommodated to like a lifetime of trucking. So he's become almost like a Playmobil figure, the way they sit in the seats. And the other thing that you notice when the window comes down is there is a pungent smell of rotten food, kind of like a poorly made kimchi that immediately just wafts from the vehicle. Hello?
Hello? Do either of you are hello, we're here for our ride. Do either of you know?
I'm looking for a professor. Is there a professor?
Oh, yes.
It's here she is. And I point down to Professor Pickles.
Hello. Yes, I would be who
Whoa.
you're looking for.
Oh, I don't see that every day. Well, I'm here. My name is Gemut, and we're pretty heavily armored here. I can get you further past the more dangerous area. Driver X is bravery is not his job.
Oh, we've attested to that just a smidge.
He's a good driver, but it's all about get away from the threats, not engage the threats. So in a more dangerous area, you want Gemut. Come on in.
It's a very big vehicle you've got here.
Well, sometimes I smuggle people across borders or through dangerous raider territory. So I've taken groups of 6 to 8 back there. Occasionally we take large loads, and then I take mercenaries to defend the loads. In which case I usually take 2 or 3 passengers with SMGs, and we just load up to about half a ton. Because I've got redundant wheels back there, we can usually over rough terrain take half a ton or so pretty comfortably.
Do they have a name?
What
The truck.
It's a truck.
Yeah.
I name. No, I don't name things.
All right.
I mean, am I being racist or so? I'm not.
I mean, if it hasn't said anything, you're not expected to know, I guess.
Oh, all right. No, I mean, should I? It never occurred to me. I sometimes say, "Ooh, come on, truck."
Truck's a fine name.
Well, it's descriptive. It is, after all. Get in the truck.
It's apt. She's going to climb inside.
Yeah. And
I'm on in.
has a row of thermoses that are under pressure for fermentation. And next to in his seat, he has an open, they're not thermoses, but they're insulated usually for going to sports arenas.
Mhm.
Put sandwiches and drinks in there.
Like a cooler?
Yeah, but like they're small, like they're
Okay.
like for a 6-pack size,
Yes.
and it's full of rotting vegetables and meat. And from time to time, he'll reach in and pull out like a fingerful and cheek it.
I have to ask a question. Is this potentially sensory overload for
For a
Professor
cat, yeah,
Pickles? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I can imagine like even our 2021 cats being like, no, no.
No.
Do you react or protest?
Probably a couple very audible gags, but aside from that, this is our only ride, so protesting is kept to a minimum.
A little while into the ride, he will notice the gag because he's a little sensitized to it, and he literally passes back one of those battery fan things to Lita, and
Yep.
he looks a little embarrassed and says, "It's a mutation thing."
Oh
I
yeah.
get it. Yeah. I need sugar all the time or I'm useless. So I get it.
I'm like that with if it's not rotting down, this happens to my skin,
Mm.
and if I eat enough of it, it stabilizes it somehow. But I can
Oh.
try to remember to close it between snacks. I'm sorry, Professor Kitty Cat.
It's fine. It's totally all right.
I'm also not expecting you to eat it because it's really terrible. And then I just put a lot of spices and garlic to try to cover, and I know it fails, and I'm sorry.
That's wonderful.
No,
Do I have like a handkerchief or anything
I'm
that I
sure
could
you do.
yeah, I'm gonna take out like a handkerchief and I'm gonna try to like fasten it around Professor Pickles as like a little bandana to try to dampen the smell. Be like, we totally understand, to each their own, whatever you need to do, we totally get it. And she's like tying the bandana around Professor Pickles' face, trying to give her a little bit more breathing.
So you put a gator on the cat.
Yeah. If Professor Pickles will allow it, she's gonna offer it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And then just kind of quickly secure it as like another barrier just to try to dampen it a little bit.
You're a Texan that doesn't like mask rules. Look at you. Horrible.
Pickles is like, give me the mask, give me the mask.
Please.
Yeah.
So they told me that you're gonna go to that museum dome.
Yes, that's the inevitable goal, is to reach there and finish our assumed roles, if that makes sense.
Is it a sex thing?
You know what? No, it isn't.
I don't know. I don't know anything about super cat roles.
Ultra cat. Please.
Ultra. Well, as far as I can tell, you're not only ultra, you're super.
Thank you.
Sorry, I got to have another pinch.
Just brace yourself.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. So that dome is real well defended. Are they going to be friendly to you?
Well, let me point out that even if they're inclined to be friendly, if they see me, they may not be so inclined to be friendly.
What did you do? What?
Excuse me?
They kind of kidnapped us, and then we kind of escaped when there was a mutiny from some of their other guys. I probably should have told you this before.
Yeah, probably.
How is this?
What?
How is this information we're getting when we're? What?
I thought I told you. I thought I told you the other day.
The other day?
Well, when I said this was, when I said this is a rough place. I've been there. They kidnapped my friend D, and
kidnap would have been, yes, kidnapped would have been a great word to throw into the mix. I don't believe that was raised at all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sometimes I say too much information, and like then the other people that I'm with tell me to pipe down, and so then I've started withholding a little bit more. I probably should have said this.
How did we manage to be saved by the only people who have destroyed bars and are being regularly kidnapped? And these are the people that had to drag us out?
Now, ma'am, I give a lot of people rides, a lot of pretty dangerous people, widely traveled people, and for what it's worth, people that travel the waste, you hear a lot of those kind of stories.
It is just our luck, though.
It really is.
Navad,
Yeah.
do these people potentially know about your little head trick?
Yeah. No. Here's the thing. So that place is so scientific that it's like anti-magic. It was really hard. I felt sick the whole time I was there. Like this guy, if he's not eating his goop.
Yeah.
Okay, so you won't even be able to do the head flamey thing?
I'll have to concentrate extra hard probably.
Do you at least have anything to
Do you have a gun?
disguise yourself at least a little bit so that they wouldn't recognize you? Is there anything we can do so that
Yeah. Do you have a gun?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I have a knife. I mean, I've got
I
this
don't
little.
mean to eavesdrop or nothing, but I'm sorry, sir. I don't want to call you like Brick Guy, but I don't recall getting an introduction.
Oh,
You
that's-
there on my left.
That's Socket.
Socket. Right behind you in the compartment, hanging from a hook, there's a crossbow. You can give the kid. Also, there's a box back there that's got some extra pieces of clothes. Like I said, sometimes I have to get people in where maybe you don't want to get picked up. So feel free to pick a disguise. Something that doesn't say, "I play D&D."
Oh, I don't know what that means, but okay.
Oh, okay. Also in that box is a guide to the Sword Coast. Maybe you give that a read. It'll probably explain a bit.
Is that nearby?
No, it's as near or as far as your imagination, friend.
Somehow I'm not sure Navad's imagination is going to get us out of this situation.
somehow I think Navad's imagination is going to get us into more trouble.
Yeah.
If he's a mage, his
Guys.
imagination is absolutely key.
I'm sorry, we just met you and you've told us that you can't do your magic flamey head thing. We were really banking on that.
The magic flamey head thing is really, it's mostly aesthetic. It doesn't, it's not,
It's
that
just
would disguise who
aesthetic.
you are.
It's so cool though.
it's pretty, I mean, it's cool. It's cool, but it doesn't,
If they don't know that you can do it, and they don't know what that looks like, then they'd never know that it was you. But now that you can't do it, throw a bandana on. Let's disguise the face and
Does your body like absorb bullets or anything? Could we use you as like a
oh,
human
I
shield?
remember I told you, I don't do that kind of magic. I break stuff and like I know things. I'm good at
Break
knowing
and
stuff.
knows things.
good.
I don't
But
heal
not tech,
things.
not tech things.
That's my
I-
job.
That's his job. I don't
Okay.
I don't heal things. I don't make new things.
Mhm.
I don't combine things. Yeah.
Are you you're not. I was going to ask if you're charming, but you're a
Nice.
child, so that's part of it. I mean, I can't
some
expect
people-
that.
Some people think so. God.
Oh.
I can't
we
believe
met
you
any
can't do
yet?
the flamey head thing. Oh.
Devad, you're in the front seat next to the driver, and he kind of gives you a sympathetic look, kind of pats your knee.
Oh.
Right. I'm gonna give him a right. Like I gotta.
He passes you a piece of hard candy.
I thought he was going to pass him some of the like rotten sludge.
No, he's aware that people
Candy.
eat things other than terrible stuff.
Oh.
Can I get some of that candy back here too?
Oh,
I'm
sure.
gonna like.
guy.
Going a little
I'm
low.
gonna. I turn and I wing one back at Socket like hard for making fun of me. Hand me up some of those clothes. I'll see what kind of disguise I can make.
Take the crossbow too, because it looks
Be
like you're
careful
being-
with it. Does it have like a safety? I don't know.
How old is he? 12? Were we sure we should be giving him a load
Weapons?
of
I'm
weapons?
18. I'm 18.
Ah, right. 18.
Okay,
So, like,
so
two
Shannon
in
Bob
cat years.
basically goes through the new Doctor Who scene. Can you describe the mismatched disguise he comes out with?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. But improv. I haven't improvised in a long time. Okay. So in the gear is okay. This is. I'm gonna make an homage to one of the first movies I ever saw, and certainly the first one I can remember. And so we'll see if you can get it. There's a long, like a drover coat, like a Wild West or kind of trench coat looking thing. So I put the trench coat over the top. Trench coat over the top of that. Kind of purple, chunky, big kind of, Fourth Doctor kind of scarf, not rainbow colored, but like all purple, that I kind of wrap around my neck, ascot style. A fashion androgynous, let's say, it's hard to say, is this a ladies, like a old ladies Sunday go to church hat, or some kind of weird 70s pimp hat? Like what is this thing? A big kind of droopy thing. Like there's probably a band around it where there's not a feather. A pair of goggles and some surprisingly tall like boots that make him even taller. Like vaguely like platformy boots.
Okay.
Are you Carmen
And that's
Sandiego?
I'm not. A, Carmen Sandiego was not a movie. B, I'm much older than that. And there we go.
Okay.
And it's important for this part of the story that I'm holding a crossbow. Let's the chat to see if anybody. No. Anyway.
So don't let the change in background alarm you too much. It is meaningful and not a mistake. And at this point, and it probably has nothing to do with the fact that I just used the bad karma. The driver says, Gimlet says, are we expecting to encounter like a caravan or a? Because I see like legit trucks up there.
No.
That we're aware of.
Should I slow way down or go around? What do you want to do?
Let's try and go around, right?
I would say, yeah.
In the glove box there, there's a binoculars. Why don't you give it a look-see?
Okay.
Okay.
So I give it a look-see.
The logo, please.
Comco.
So the trucks, there are 3 trucks, and they have recently been painted, and the logo is actually new. So as opposed to like this guy's truck has the shell, and that graphic is ancient, right? So it's peeling, and that's actually been recently enough applied that it's been washed. So it's clear, it's crisp. That is actually something that none of you have seen before.
Yep.
It looks like a current logo from what appears to be a corporation in the wasted world.
Okay.
Which would be significant for sure. The other thing you see is the 3, so they're lined up, sand person style, so you can't tell their numbers, they're just in a line. But with them are 2 trucks, and they're the kind of pickup truck that have the gun mount. You've seen that's a fairly common kind of raider thing, and 4 motorcycles. And they are flying the colors and emblem of Curse. So that's a fist holding, it's wrapped in barbed wire.
I obviously recognize.
Yeah.
Socket knows about.
I might not. Yeah, 'cause I've been around.
Yeah, Socket would in Socket,
like-
you would know that Curse is a warlord that's taking over areas to the northwest.
Yes.
This would not be anything that Pickles or Lita would be aware of at all.
Okay.
So that's what Nevada sees.
Okay, so I'm quickly describe it, guys. There's some trucks with some kind of corporate logo on it, new, freshly painted. I've never seen it before. It says Comco, and then there's some guys on motorcycles that it says Comco. The future is now, and then there's some guys on motorcycles that have Curse's flag. It looks like they're driving all together in a. Lita, Pickles. Curse is a warlord who's.
Of course.
He's kind of mad at my town.
Oh, your town in specific.
Again.
Yeah.
To be fair, he's kind of mad at everyone.
Well,
all the time,
because of
so.
Because of what?
We remember how back at the 9 Lives where I said
Yeah.
we got into a fight and we killed a guy.
Uh-huh.
Well, that guy that we killed was Curse's boss, and now
Oh.
he hates my town.
Oh,
Yeah, we had to. Me and Oni and all my other friends. Socket's met some of them.
Yeah.
Look. Okay, so
It's like a normal number of enemies to have. I'm just wondering, like, are there more?
I don't know. I'm 18.
Yeah, this seems like
Is it normal?
Thematically, you wouldn't necessarily have 17 arch enemies by
Just
18.
statistically, you've racked up a lot.
I can do magic. Maybe that's a thing.
Is it?
But as far
are
as
you
we know, your
sure?
magic is making your flames face for just a visual effect.
I hate,
floating.
I hate to interrupt picking on the kid, but I need to know what to do.
Don't go near them.
Go
Well,
around.
I'm not on an approach vector, but do we want to stop or hide?
Drive casual.
I don't think casual is an option.
Casual? What's
I don't think that's an
casual
option
here?
in this rig.
So, Professor, you're the boss, right? So,
Yes.
do you want me to pull farther back, get off the road? Please don't say ram them because I don't wanna.
Okay. Slow down and get off the road, and we're gonna try and take the long path around.
Done and done. And you're not really pulling back, but you're slowing down, so it's got the same effect. Kind of like one of those pullback, horror shots where you see them pulling away. The other thing you see is 2 of the motorcycles and 1 of the gun-mounted trucks is doing the same thing. So they're kind of breaking from the convoy, and they're not turning around, but they've slowed down, so they're getting closer to you. Oh, so that doesn't look good.
No.
No.
Are you armed? I mean, I give the
I got my-
crossbow to the kid.
I got a crossbow.
I have a
I
blaster.
got a baseball bat.
Oh no. Why did we leave the ones with the SMG and the shotgun?
See, at least I have an excuse. I've got, well,
So
I've got these.
How do you want to play this? Because the exit's another mile. I can go off road here and just jump it because it's not like the fences are still in place. But it's going to be real obvious that we're evading. Like,
What if we just stop?
So, what do you think? You want to stop? Do you care if we evade?
Well,
Because they're going to be watching us. If they're slowing down like that, they've got eyes on us.
Well, I suppose there's 2 options. We gun it, and we jump, and we try to beat them, or, and then Pickles turns to Lita, we can try and persuade them that we're just trying to deliver some goods.
I
So
mean,
You want to try to negotiate.
Well,
if they
that seems
approach.
to be the way to go. Navad, come back here. Lita, go up front.
Oh,
Okay.
let me close the meat pot. You don't want to get your knee in that.
Thank you.
So you're going to switch places?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Sure.
okay, here's the thing. I'm not going to completely stop. I'm going to go ahead and come to a stop, but I'm not going to turn off the engine.
Smart.
That's smart.
Because if this starts to go sideways, I'm not going to ask like I've been asking.
Yes.
I'm going to go that way real fast, okay?
Okay. Professor, if they ask about what goods we're transporting, do you have a preference?
Let's go with whatever that smell is.
Ah, yes.
Because I'm not certain they'll want any of it.
What do you use for fuel? Could we say biofuel?
Actually, I've got a compost. I got a breakdown that
Compost.
to your Navad, to your right back there. There's a sealed lid on that thing. It's the kind of vessel where in a bad movie you put a baby. If there were monsters that you shouldn't make noise, and for some reason you think the baby would be okay in a cooler, it's that kind of cooler. So if you could pop that open, you're going to smell all that biofuel stank up here. I didn't think that was ever going to be an asset. Well, it's a special day. At this point, he points up. I hate to be the bearer and everything. And he points, and you see that there was a drone headed from one of the trucks towards you. So this drone is, it's about the size of a couple of cymbals, and it's not using rotors. It's vectored thrust. So it's got 4 little arms, and it's jetting along.
How far away is it?
Sorry?
How far away is it?
So in game terms, it's at distant right now.
Okay.
But it's approaching, and it's not. The way it's approaching is recon, check you out speed.
Mm-hmm.
And the driver says, "Well, if we're talking, normally I'd say shoot it out of the sky, but you want to look
I can do it if you want.
It's up to the professor."
Do we show our hands this early?
I mean, they won't know about it. It's just yeah.
Oh yeah, Socket will just use his ability to kind of communicate with technology and mess it up.
Oh,
Okay, that's helpful.
there finally.
That's nice.
Socket, if you please.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I'll let it get a little bit closer.
If you do that, it's going to be obvious that something's happened, right? Because they're not going to be in control of it.
I don't want to control it. I just want to see, like, I just want to get my brain in there first.
Okay.
And see what they're looking at.
So give me a willpower check.
Willpower check.
Yep.
It's gonna be, where is it? Willpower is where?
Saving throws left side.
There we go. 4 dice. 16. Ooh, not good.
Ooh, yeah, really bad.
So bad.
No. Just dusting, dusting the rust off.
Give me a hack check, please.
Hack check. Cool. One more. Two 5s.
Okay. So the problem with these things, and I know more than I should because I went down the rabbit hole of hacking drones for some reason. And the easiest thing to do is just to make them lose constant contact, whatever's pinging them the location. So turning them off is incredibly easy. So you basically, instead of just getting in there and kind of riding it, it immediately just goes and starts dropping. You're going to get control because you got a partial, but it's going to be clear that something happened.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you want to invoke your good karma.
Invoke my what?
Good karma.
Good karma.
Not yet, I don't think. I think once I do get control of it, I'll just try and bring it back up as casually as possible to where it was going.
Yeah. You can look a little bit, but you didn't roll particularly well. It's visual sensors, no audio. black and white. It's like shitty. You know, it's like the equivalent of like, oh, this camera is 480 by 240. Hooray!
Yeah.
And so it can see that you're there. They're probably using it to figure out if there's any other vehicles, right? And then if there's maybe get a head count if you get close enough to the windows, but you're not real impressed with the tool.
Cool. I just feel like it's dangerous at all. Just recon.
No, it's not weaponized at all.
Cool.
It's a sneaky peeker.
Cool.
So they have, when they see you slowing down to the point where it's obvious you're gonna, to their eyes, stop, they slow and turn around. So they actually are approaching now. So you see, again, a pickup truck, and they take rails, and you've encountered these a few times in the game. They're pretty common. You basically just take pipes, you've got grips, and then they've got a mount so you can set whatever your weapon is, you get a bipod for it. So there's somebody in the back in a firing position, and there is somebody driving and somebody shotgun. And then there are 2 motorcycles, 1 person each, and they are just driving up. So they are now at bar. Do you allow them to approach?
I think at this point we kind of have to.
So socket, the return code has been sent to the drone to take it back to whoever's got the controller for it. Do you interrupt that signal, or do you
Yeah,
let
I
it
do interrupt that signal.
So just leave it flying, hanging there? Okay.
Nearby. Yeah, just hanging.
The truck and one of the motorcycle stay back a bit, and one motorcycle approaches.
How
All
far away
right.
now?
So the truck's still on, and you see the convoy has not stopped. So they just continued. So they're going a pretty steady, on the uneven roads, 20 to 30 miles is fast. So it's not like driving a good repair road where you're looking at 50 to 60 or higher. So you got to go effectively. It's almost like D&D, like difficult terrain, so you're going half speed. And so you're chugging along at like 20, 30. So at that rate, they will pull away.
Okay.
Okay.
So all that will be left with is the motorcycle and one of the.
There were 2 motorcycles, one pickup truck.
Got it.
The 1 motorcycle, 1 pickup truck are staying back at about 100 feet or so, and then 1 motorcycle is approaching.
Oh, okay. Great.
Okay.
And this is a dude right out of like Mad Max. Like he is hyper waster, salvaged piecemeal. In the game, it's called junk mail. So stuff that's bolted together like bits of tire because they're real good for absorbing damage, but they look like crap unless you're going to that. I got to go to that cool LARP in Las Vegas. It's like a Mad Max version of Black Rock City. So let's go on there. Oh, it sounds so good. So he's approaching.
And has he seen? I wouldn't have time to like grab any of the articles of clothing that got left by Navad at the front.
You got a couple of minutes. It would have been a fairly forensic, like, hand me that.
Yeah, anything I can pull over my suit that isn't like particularly frumpy, but just to cover some of me.
Okay. So you end up, he throws you something, you pull it on, you realize it's a Cookie Monster spit up blanket, but it kind of wears like a shawl.
Just very elegantly draped.
Yeah. As elegant,
she kind of tosses her hair over her shoulder.
As elegant as a Cookie Monster spit up blanket can possibly be.
Yeah.
You've achieved that.
Yes, exactly.
Fantastic.
So he's going to pull up as he's nearing, like, kind of going on the driver's side. The driver is literally pointing at you. So the motorcycle will come around to your side. He has a very large, I mean, it's kind of a crossbow, but it's more like a spear gun. Ooh. So the bolts he's using are metal and very big. So the spring on it is like a car spring.
Okay.
So it's not even a heavy crossbow. It's like higher than that.
Cool.
It's like an assault crossbow.
Like a tiny ballista.
Yeah.
He's got a hand ballista.
So the downside to that is reloading that. He
Slow.
probably has to like use a lever, and it's not generally it's if you need to take one shot and then get in. So as somebody that's got literally a blaster, you've got a space gun.
Yeah, she will have that below the window ready. Yeah, out of sight, but ready.
Good day.
Hello. Are we in the way?
No, you weren't in the way. You're behind us. I was just sent back to find out if you were following.
Oh, following. Oh, no, not following. We're just trying to make it to our next destination.
Where are you going?
We're going to, and now Hannah's brain has failed me. It's the where's the next stop we were going? We wouldn't say that though.
So go ahead and call up the map, Colt, because there's some proper names on there.
Because I don't think I would tell them that, but I've already forgotten other ones nearby.
So you can look at that for proper
Okay, yeah.
names in the area.
So I wouldn't say, I don't know enough about the World Dome, but I would assume that's like not a place I would say.
Nobody really goes there.
Right.
It's plausible that you might be going to the Goblin community or to West.
Okay.
Or you could make up a name, because the thing is, small settlements are all over the place. So they probably don't know where everything is.
Sure.
It's time to be a big fat liar.
Okay. Well, I'll say like I will, knowing there's a Goblin community, I can give. She's gonna say we're actually headed to a small settlement just outside of. She's gonna say something in Kudge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, they're tribal there, right?
Well, I've heard that. I mean, that's why I've been working on my Kudge. And she's going to rattle off a phrase really quickly. But that's good to know.
Disgusted racist face.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, a woman, gotta make my living however I can. It's really rough out here. So I'm just relieved we weren't in your way.
Don't play that card on yourself. I got 3 sisters, and they're better ass than I have ever been.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. I wonder if they could give me any tips about running your own business. I'm really new to it, so
He gestures at himself. Not really my world.
Well, I mean, you're doing well for yourself.
Well, so you're a trader?
I'm trying to be. I mean, I'm starting small. She's like, I don't know if you can smell. And she's going to kind of waft some of the scent.
It's like biofuel and kombucha and and buttholes.
Buttholes is a new one for me. I'm going to add that to the scent profile. But yes, it's not my favorite scent, if I'm honest.
Do the goblins eat buttholes?
I don't think so, but maybe things that smell like buttholes.
God.
It's not my preference, but who am I to say? If someone will pay me, what do I care?
So you don't represent a specific settlement, you're just freelance?
Oh God, yeah, no. I mean, I'd love to work up to maybe representing someone, but I'm not there yet.
Are you going to be working west of here?
I mean, I don't really have many plans. I'm kind of going on a referral basis. So, I mean, if there are places you think I should try to go or not try to go, listen, it's like I said, it's me doing it by myself, trying my best. So
what are you trading in? What kind of resources do you have? Is it food? I mean, if it's food, you might want to consider, I mean, he takes another whiff.
Yeah. Now maybe it's good I've met you, because I'm kind of rethinking my whole enterprise here, but it was just kind of what I had handy, starting a business and everything. But I mean, if I can find more resources, I'd love to trade in something else. Trust me, getting this out of my shawl, not easy.
The vehicle is solid. So there's a new boss west, guy named Curse. Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, when you meet him, Curse is a little professional wrestlery.
Oh, okay.
And the dude isn't that guy.
Oh.
But it's a good, it kind of pops, right?
Curse. Yeah, it's Curse. A good, strong, emphatic name.
He's a businessman.
Okay.
And he's brought together some of the raider tribes.
Oh.
And he's taken over an area to the west. So if you want to establish some trade, If you head west and you see the banner that's in the back of my bike here,
Yeah.
and you drop his name and say
Okay.
that you're interested in trading with Curse or Curse's men.
Okay.
I know there's a need for a lot of things, particularly arms and electronics.
Arms and electronics. And she's going to kind of like say it aloud to herself again. Be like, okay, yeah.
Okay, so give me a deceive with 2 bonus dice.
Okay. Ah! Ah!
I love
Okay. Deceive with 2 bonus dice. Okay. I think I'm good. So that should be 6 for me, but tell me if I'm wrong. I think that's right. Oh dear. Only 1 5.
Okay, so he do an insight check.
Insight check. Okay. Okay, that's not terrible. Well, it might be terrible. We'll find out. It's 2 5s.
He looks still a little suspicious. You catch him like kind of looking.
Yeah,
into
that's
the
fair.
truck. So I don't. You seem nice.
Oh,
You
thank
remind
you.
me of Karen. But my orders are, if there's any worry that you could pose a threat to the caravan, I'm supposed to kill you?
Oh, threat. I mean, like a physical threat?
Yeah.
Me?
Well, I mean, you see how I'm dressed, right?
Yeah. Very imposing.
Well, thank you. I work hard at that.
Yeah.
This pauldron thing,
Mm-hmm.
it slows you down, and I don't really have any rotation on that arm.
Mm.
But from a distance, it just cuts a more fearsome figure. You know?
Oh, very, very. I was very nervous, if I can be fully honest with you. What was your name?
Good. Martin.
Martin. Very intimidating. Really effective. Great job.
I'm sorry. Chomper.
Chomper?
Yeah. It's
like
Martin,
it's like curse, you know.
There's a lot of that in the Raider
Chomper.
games. Yeah.
Okay.
Or they take some obvious physical characteristic.
Does he have like prominent teeth?
He actually does.
Okay.
Like we'd call you Red.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that'd be good.
Yeah. There's bits of the lifestyle I'm not in love with, but the pay is good, and most of your work is bashing in heads or being scary. And I've done so much harder jobs than that.
Yeah, it's I can see why this is a tough job. And honestly, like I said, just trying to get my own cut my own path across this, doing it myself.
So Pickles,
it's
are you trying to stay hidden back there, or is it obvious that she has a cat skin?
I am trying to stay hidden. I'm probably like,
give me a kitty stealth roll with a
kitty stealth roll.
No. Oh, let's see. Where's my stealth here?
I think it's real good.
I think it is. It should.
I mean, it better be.
It should be. Where we go.
Oh, sorry, I didn't have my dice in there. Sorry, guys. Well, I would have been fudging better rolls if I was fudging.
If you were lying.
Yeah,
right.
if I was lying, I would have been like 3 6s, guys. I'm crushing it.
All right, I have a 4.
So you roll 6 dice. So you have to read it because I can't see it.
Okay, so rolling 6 dice. Here we go. Hey, I got a 6
look at
and a
that.
5.
Okay,
Look at that.
you're
Almost a
hidden
straight.
back there. Yeah.
Love it.
So he will
Yahtzee.
definitely see Socket and Nevad. And there's nothing about the two of you. I mean, Socket's obviously a mutant. Nevada's some dude. So there's nothing there that would draw his eye particularly.
Mm-hmm.
The choice of playing up the smells is a good one because he does gooseneck a little bit, but his eyes tear up.
Water. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I don't need to look around more. Thank you.
So tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
Just look real scared, okay?
Scared?
Yeah. And
Okay.
he takes his giant crossbow ballista bolt thrower thing and points it at you. I'm talking loudly and emphatically. I'm being so scary.
You're very scary.
This just has to read from a distance. They're watching me back there. Yeah.
Very effective.
And, yeah, don't creep up on the caravan again. You see this flag or that, these flags and logos, or that logo on the truck, and you just stay the hell out of the way.
You got it.
Oh, come on. You got to try to sell it.
Please, of course, anything you want. And she's going to yell it as loud as she can.
Now I sound like I'm being a jerk.
Oh, well, I don't. You're very intimidating.
Oh, that's right, the pauldron. All right.
Yes. I'm just one woman.
I'm going to go ahead and let you go.
Oh, thank you.
I really don't think that I think you're just going down the road, right?
Yes, I'm just trying to sell my stinky wares.
Okay. You see trucks like that again in this area, they're going to be protected by our men.
Okay.
And a lot of our people are pretty dangerous. And some of them don't have sisters.
Yeah.
So maybe,
steer clear.
Tread light.
Yeah. Okay. This has been very helpful, aside from being frightening. Very helpful.
And he does like the circle up and go gesture. And he puts the thing back over his shoulder and he circles around. The drone gets the recall code again.
Yeah, let it go.
Okay, so it kind of does this as it takes back.
Overcorrects.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the other half of that, we can do like a little bit of like cinematic cutaway to the operator having a thing that looks like an Xbox controller going, fucking piece of shit.
It never works when I need it to.
And they, Martin, Chomper and his boys go at speed because they're going to have to catch up with the caravan. And your driver lets out a slow breath.
Lita yanks off the Cookie Monster shawl. Hate this thing. Oh, God.
And Gambit goes forward the additional like about a half a mile at this point, and then gets off the road, and then stops for a hot minute. He says, I'm gonna go relieve myself.
Okay. Aggressively. Okay.
And then maybe cry a little bit.
Oh.
And then I do that kind of like tension thing from time to time in this job, and it doesn't get easier.
Yeah, if I was doing that every day, I would also probably have some kind of outlet for it. So, yeah.
Yeah, in my case, it's aggressive urination. So, there's snacks in the box. You don't want anything that smells. That's mine.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Out. He hands the keys to Nevada.
Oh, God. She's gonna kind of look.
Yeah.
She's gonna look to Pickles for like affirmation.
Did fantastic.
Thank you. It was very stressful.
You're really good at talking.
Well, that's sort of my magic power.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Did he?
Okay, so I mean, honestly, from what he was saying, curse doesn't sound that bad. So I don't know what you did.
Murder. Murdered.
That's right. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
Hey, he sent a tank after us. We fought a tank.
Did you win?
Yeah, I'm here, aren't I?
I mean, you did, but did all of you win?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, well.
We messed him up. But now he's probably extra mad because we messed up his tank.
Well, it
I'd be
seems
pretty
he
mad,
might
yeah.
have
his
more
tank
lives than
and
I
his
do.
boss.
Yeah. Well, now he's the boss. He should be really,
He should be
from a
grateful.
certain point of view, he should be thankful.
He got
Maybe
a
he didn't-
promotion, is what you're saying.
He was
Yeah,
just
maybe-
like he was just a henchman before, and now
Maybe he liked being a henchman. Less responsibility.
Mhm.
are you
True.
talking about yourself, Lita?
No. I quite like not being responsible. It's very scary being responsible, and Pickles is much better under pressure than I am.
So you are talking about yourself.
No, I'm not talking about myself. I'm just saying I could see what he's thinking.
So if what you're saying is if Professor Pickles was murdered,
No,
that you
I
would
would
become a
throw
warlord?
myself.
You.
I would throw myself in front of a tank any moment of any day for Professor Pickles. How dare you insinuate otherwise?
Lita. You
I-
didn't need to do that.
I would do it 1,000 times.
I appreciate that. but let's just get back home. No more getting pinned under ornithopters. No more tanks. No more convoys. We're taking a little bit of a break after we get back.
That would be nice.
Where is home for you guys?
Well, I don't know you well enough to get into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see Gamma from behind. He's sobbing at this point.
Oh no. Does he need do we just leave him alone?
Probably.
I just feel like comforting during urination is probably not the best.
A little weird.
He stops, takes a deep breath, slaps himself very hard once, and walks back over to the truck.
Oh
Woo!
I gave him his keys back.
Oh, thank you.
no.
So
Just silently handing off.
we're going to where that convoy full of scary people were going, right?
Mhm.
Is that a good plan?
It's the only one we've got.
Well, all I know two things about you. One is you're an ultra cat, and the second is you're a professor.
Yes.
That implies that coming up with plan alternatives might be something within your purview.
Oh, well.
Okay. Well.
It's actually
I was starting to warm up to him, and
then he said that.
then he said that.
The smell was enough of a deterrent.
The smell is something that we can't be helped with, but the puns.
Sorry, I'm still nervy. So why do you need to go? I mean, it's really none of my business, so you can just tell me if you're not going to tell me. But why do you need to go to the dome?
Well, you seem nice enough. We're just trying to finish a trade and then head home. Simple as that. No ruffling of any feathers and no issues to be seen. Very simple. In and out and on with it.
So why didn't you trade in Wacko?
Well, Wacko doesn't necessarily have what we need.
Oh, so it's not about what you have to trade, it's about what they can trade to you.
Exactly.
Oh, you need like weird high-tech nonsense.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Oh, and you know, the black market in Wacko has some stuff like that.
Have we passed Wacko?
Yeah, it's back about 8 miles.
So
I will narratively interject here. It's also been a while for poor Shannon. So because a lot of this is going back to episode 2.
Yeah.
We're on 19.
Yeah.
So if this is not like first in your mind, like I don't freaking blame you. So the thing about the dome,
Yeah.
you're aware, and you elucidated that very well. There's a second element there where
Yeah.
you land into Albert.
Yes. And Albert was the mutineer, essentially, or the part of the resistance.
Right. There is a splinter group from that committee
Right.
that didn't like their kind of like weirdly elite tech supremacist outlook.
Yeah. They had a more humanistic view of these essentially high-tech religious bigots.
Yes, and they were the beta. You found a church. He helped you get out. So
Right.
you know a couple of things. One is you do know the way to get into the dome
Right.
that isn't through the front door, because you
Yeah,
know where the exit is.
Yeah. It was like a kind of a.
It was terrible.
It was terrible, but
You had to fight your way out, but it's
right.
better than just rolling a truck to the door.
Right.
You also know where that church is. So in theory, you know where the betas are.
Yes.
And
And
they
that's
know some
is
of
that where-
what.
is that where we left Alan 5?
Yeah, he was going to work part-time with them, and they were going to help like reassemble him.
Reassemble him. A robot that we helped a while back, just for the other people. Iffy and Waterway played him.
And they've actually encountered a legit android.
Yes.
So
Who was an android from a burger restaurant.
Amazing.
yeah, in our world, one of the first examples of an android-like robot being used was actually at a hotel in Japan, and she worked at a desk and was just like the Fantastic Four had for a while they had a greeter that was a robot,
Mm.
and it was like for real in the real world. There was, I forget her name, I used to know it. There was a limited AI android, like, oh well, hello. How expensive a suite do you want to pay for it? So yeah, he did that, but he flipped burgers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So okay, so you do, having pulled this back narratively a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will set as GM in front of you the fact that you have some options here.
Yeah.
You can try to roll up to the dome and deal with the committee, and hope that the fact that you have, well, it's different than rolling in blind, because
True.
theoretically Whiskers has sent word that they're supposed to have goods ready for you.
That's true.
Or you can try to sneak in through the tunnel, or you can go to the church and talk to the betas, see if Alan's there, see what's going on there, or you can screw you guys, I'm going home. You can turn around and go back to Wacko and see if and so Professor, because you know these things, the chance that they have an actual vehicle to get you to Secundus
Top side.
in the dome is fairly high, or they can build one. The chance that they'll have something in the black market in Wacko, less likely, maybe some kind of balloon, no, but probably not a proper vehicle as such. So it's not hopeless,
Right.
but it's not as appealing. But those are, you've got basically 4 options, barring player characters in a role-playing game always have like a 5th option.
Right.
Right.
Actually, because
We kill Navad and leave him behind, and then we go, since Shannon's not at the table.
Let's take our 5-minute bio break.
Okay.
You can roll
Shannon's
the
gonna
idea
come
that
back and be like,
Shannon can come back. Yeah, totally.
okay.
All right, and we're back. You have been faced with an embarrassment of riches option 1. So the driver leans over and says, "Well, Professor."
Okay. Here's where okay, so taking a step back, not in character at this point. Taking a step back, we have 4 options, and you mentioned the magical 5th option.
Yeah.
Which is to just get out of here.
Just say, you know what? We're living here now.
Well, I left that as an open, like an X variable, because player characters will always, you didn't even think about us dressing up like hobbits or like whatever the hell, right? Like you can't ever really fully prepare for PCs. So God bless.
Before we get too far, did we explain to Socket that Pickles doesn't talk with her mouth? It's just coming through your brain. It's telepathic. No. But it's spoken. Cool. It's like it just comes out like a speaking
It's out
voice.
loud, yeah.
Yes.
It's out loud but telepathic. Okay. So not in character, but thinking just out loud. With the magical 5th option. So our initial goal was to get from point A to point B, make the deal, get it done, and hopefully things would go according to plan. Based off of Navad's track record, things not necessarily going to go according to plan.
It's possible.
That's fair, and I'll probably pick up an enemy on the
add to your just harem of enemies you've got going on.
I got a whole posse.
So in that case, what if? And now back in character. So what if we make the plan, we stick to it, but we split up? Just to make sure things go accounted for. They know that they're looking for me and potentially a handler. they don't necessarily know that they're looking for somebody they hate and somebody they may not know. So if, say, Socket and Navad would like to potentially try and sneak in.
I'm good at sneaking.
So reminder,
I mean, I put on this.
Lita and I.
reminder about last week. The order was put in under Lita because Whiskers didn't want to reveal that you are what you are. So
Okay,
in theory,
so-
they're looking for
Lita.
pre-gen redhead,
Mhm.
answers to Lita.
Perfect. Then, I mean, the plan of splitting up and, divide and conquer, if things go well, then we'll meet back at a determined area and call it a day. If things go awry, then we have you two on the inside.
Question.
Okay.
What are we going to be doing?
Well, if there's anything nefarious going on the inside, things that we may not know that we don't know, you said you like breaking things, correct?
Yeah.
Well, and you seem to be, for the lack of a better term, good with technology, Sokka.
Yeah, friendly with it.
How about we break things and get a little unfriendly?
Okay.
Whatever gets the job done, yeah.
They'll probably be less suspicious of two of you going in together than four of us coming in.
Yeah.
So are we in agreement?
Okay, that sounds good.
I love how the first answer is split the party. Just split the party immediately.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love also Kdin's just like thrown us under the bus. Of
Kdin's like,
course.
you are out of here.
The driver says, so I'm going to get closer and then let two of you out and then drive the other two to the door.
Yep,
Yeah.
that would be the plan.
You're the professor.
Well, we'll see how long that lasts. Oh, I've got a couple more lives under my belt. It's fine.
Okay. So you drive. So the time-wise, we didn't really cover time. It had gotten fairly late, and then you were driving back. So I would have assumed you would have taken turns sleeping in Driver X's truck. So it is now early afternoon. So at this point, you're going to be approaching the dome at about 3, so twilight. Like the sun will start going down. Hopefully it's not full of vampires. All right. So you drive along. There's no other encounters. And you see in the distance the dome. So this is, well, at the time it was built, was literally a roadside attraction. So you would have actually passed signs, literally like, kids love the World Dome, hands-on exhibits, STEM, like that kind of stuff for a couple of miles on the approach. And that gives way to a couple of banners with the symbol of curse, and one actually has a dead person hanging from it.
Ooh.
So the tone takes a shift.
Like an actual corpse?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
This is not a fun children's STEM adventure for sure.
No.
Okay.
And then your driver, yeah, so that's over on your left, you'll see a forbidding warning corpse. And we're going to keep driving right past that warning corpse, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, Professor? They're expecting me.
They're expecting you. And
So-
I'm kind of afraid of what might happen if we don't show up at this point.
That's true.
But now I'm second guessing splitting up.
I would just like to point out when I was here before, they didn't have corpses hanging from them.
Oh, this is a new edition?
Oh, this is new.
God.
It was kind of sparkly fresh when I was here before.
What?
Stepped up the theme here.
Okay.
Yeah, the signs were here, but it was very much like, again, it's very much like a like a very big children's museum, kind of a thing.
Not that it matters, but what's the corpse like?
It is somebody who was dressed in a lab coat.
Okay.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Okay. Does that mean anything to you, Navad?
Oh yeah, that's probably one of the people who works there.
One of their own employees?
Yeah. So I'm gonna hazard a guess. I'm not a professor.
Yep.
My guess is Curse's guys are messing with this place.
Can I check and can I see how fresh the corpse is at this point?
You'd want to get further away from the stink car, because right now using your sense of smell for anything is a waste of time, and you have to get much closer to check for like tissue degradation. You can do your lift yourself trick.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
I'll tap on is it Gamut? I'm gonna just say, can you
it's not your fault. My accent's been completely inconsistent.
No, it's okay.
No, really.
I'm like, I love that I'm taking note. Oh, you can't see because there you go. I'm taking notes as if I'm gonna be in this campaign for a long time.
That was Mike in character, not as the GM.
Oh, I know.
Okay, good.
I'm like, I took notes and I was like, I should have put a phonetic pronunciation here, but I didn't.
He was providing a little meta commentary on his performance from inside the role, but we're all improvisers.
All good.
I love how Hannah and I both have like our own version of preparedness. Hannah has a notebook and I have cat paws.
Yeah. I'm like literally like curse warlord to the northwest, like as if I'm gonna like be here for like a month and a half. All right.
You gotta get caught up on the lore.
I'm trying.
The cat goes flying out the window as though there's an invisible giant like grabbing her by the nape and just gliding Pickles over. That corpse has been here over a week.
Okay, so
it's to the point where masses are coming off the bone because of putrefaction. So it's to the point where it won't be recognizable in another week or so, partially because of the atmosphere out here.
Yeah.
You're also not too far from a biozone, so things tend to break down super fast in areas like that.
Right.
So yeah, super yucky, not recent.
Not
your
anyone.
guess would be a week or so.
And not anyone Navad would recognize, even with the level of degradation. You're already shaking your head no.
If it wasn't for, there is not a name tag, but
okay,
it's decomposed enough you could not identify.
Okay.
So it's been about a week, which means it's fresh, not fresh, which means this happened fairly recently.
But at least not like last night.
Nevada, it's been 6 months since you were at the Dome. Just that you have an idea how long it's been since you've been.
Right. It's been a while.
Yeah,
maybe they've forgotten.
Maybe.
All right, so I'm going to let you out here now. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck. Thank you.
Hi, truck.
So Nevada and Saki get out.
I'm gonna have my duffel bags and.
Okay.
I'm gonna pretend to be a scarf.
I would like to remind everybody who's viewing, Nevada is still dressed even more ridiculously than his usual getup. So,
right, you've got the layers over.
Yeah, I've got a lot of layers.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I take any of? I guess she's gonna turn to Pickles and she's gonna ask, "Do you think there's any reason I should try to like cover up any of this stuff, or they know what we're here for?"
Well, they know what you're here for. They
what
don't
I'm
know
here
that
for.
I'm going to be here anything other than
my companion. That. Right. Yes.
So you're going to need to take up on the social cues.
Okay.
Keep your eyes on me.
Yep.
And I'm going to be very quiet and go back to meowing.
Oh. So unbecoming. Okay. All right, well then I'm just gonna act like they know that I'm the one here to sell all these goods, and all I'm asking is just give me the means to get out of here. Or are we
Well-
trying to get like money and then also a means?
You
This is
have a-
me meta.
You have a shopping list.
Okay, Cool.
You when you come down, the whole reason you were here in the first place
right, was to make the
as you're
trades.
building stuff up there. There's things you can't manufacture.
Got it.
So they're like, we need these diodes. We need a bunch of spark plugs. We need
Got it.
as much duct tape as you can sell your legs to get. Please,
Cool.
for fuck's sake, get us duct tape.
And here's what I have to get it.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you have Micro Center in a bag.
And then once that's done, can I find some kind of vehicle to get me topside?
And in theory, Whiskers is taking care of that.
Oh, okay, great.
So in theory, Whiskers as the mysterious Mr. W.
Adding it to
That's-
my notes.
Yes,
Mr.
that-
W,
that
do
position.
not say Mr.
I
Whiskers.
will not. I will say Mr. W got us a
So it's-
ride.
As long as everything goes perfectly well,
Of course it
totally
will.
it should be fun.
Okay.
All right, so you're approaching. You can tell. So at this point, you would have come up. You're sitting next to him. The poor driver looks very, very nervous.
He's gonna go aggressively urinate, isn't he?
Uh-huh.
Soon as we're out of sight.
So there are layers of fences that have been erected that'll force you to kind of drive around, kind of like you had an enemy occupation of an important national monument, and you had to set up blocks to keep people from getting close,
Mhm.
kind of like that. And there are a couple of gun towers, and you don't know this, but beloved listeners in Shannon, it looked like this before. You had this approach before. There were people with guns. There was a fence.
Yep.
This stuff is not new.
Right.
But the two people that are playing right now don't know any of this. So it's very well defended. There is effectively a redoubt, right? So there's no way to drive directly in, which seems to be the whole point. So it's somebody has defended this that had some sense of how to defend something properly. It's not just give guys guns and say, defend us. They have a plan. You also see out front of the thing, and there's a little bit of parking structure that's kind of bombed out and they don't really use anymore off to the side. But up front, so the approach picture a really deluxe museum. So it's got the very big, almost like the Justice League headquarters, the big doors. And out front are two, they kind of look like Ripley's power loaders. They're two suits of armor. And they have the 2 mark on their chests. So it's not number 2. It's like you were told this is the thing they wear. Yeah, when you see those, you'll be very excited. Unfortunately, you're not driving.
Mhm.
The two of you
Not
walking.
yet.
Yeah, no, he'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a tremor in the force. I'll be very excited in about 15 minutes. The other thing that's obvious on the approach is off to the right. There is what looks to be a new compound that's been built up. So it would look a little like in the real world, we have these to test for COVID. I'm thinking of Children of Men now. There's like the little kind of compound fenced in area.
Yeah.
Also a couple of really horrible real world references, but there's one of those.
Okay.
And what you see over there is there's 3 of those trucks. It could be the same ones you saw that have been parked. And there are long lines of people unloading shit from those trucks and putting them into these sort of wheelbarrow things. The people are wearing a lot of crosses. So
Crosses?
not like crucifixes. They're closed. They just draw crosses on them.
Oh.
And a couple of the workers have tattoos, and they have lines of crosses on them. And what they're unloading seems to be large amounts of plastic.
Okay.
So all kinds of plastic shit. They're taking out of these trucks, putting them into the bins, and then there's a whole line of them that are steadily going into the dome. The other odd thing is the dome has a top that opens, and it's been opened, and there's a little bit of a kind of a gantry thing built up, and there is a rocket to the moon style rocket sticking out the top of the dome.
Kdin's face. He was like, "What's that?"
Okay, and so and only Pickles and Lita are seeing this, correct?
Correct.
Socket and I have jumped out.
Back.
Yep, you'll see it in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, I ain't saying nothing.
Oh no! I feel like there's information we need.
Maybe you
gotta-
should have told us to split up the party, Professor.
Well, you know what? We're gonna play it real cool.
We're gonna
alright?
try our
We're gonna
best.
play it real cool because that's exactly what our character types do.
That
We
is
play
correct.
it nice and smooth.
I love it.
I'm
Crazy
scared.
cat. Play cool cat.
I never play a cool character. I'm always
So-
one with zero charisma. Just like, oh
You're-
god,
Hannah, we're
poor
we're
driver.
both playing characters outside of our norm, and
know.
it's gonna be fine.
it'll be great.
It's gonna be
Sweating
great. It's gonna be good.
profusely, he now smells of gravy. His sweat kind of smells like a thick brown gravy.
He's got like a Thanksgiving kind of smell.
Yeah,
Oh
you
no!
come driving up. One of those suits of literally power armor comes walking over. And he has like sort of an intercom, like a speaker box. So he's not yelling down from the suit. He's got a box. What's your business?
Hello, my name is Lita. I'm here on business from Mr. W. Here for some trade business.
Turn off your engine, step out of the vehicle.
She's gonna look at Gamut and she's gonna kind of tap her shoulder so that Pickles can jump up.
You
Just be
will
like-
give one last look to Pickles, which is clearly, if you tell me to gun it, I'm just going to go. So he just kind of looks.
Oh,
And he turns the
oh
car
God! This is gonna end
You all
so
get out of the
badly.
car?
Okay, all right, we're gonna get out. I'm
No.
gonna say thank you.
So a gentleman that's kind of like little, what served as guardhouses were ticketing booths. Again, think museum. So he comes out from one of those, and the
Okay.
dude is wearing reflective combat armor. He is also armed with a blaster, an actual blaster like you have.
Mhm.
His left hand is cybernetic, and he has goggles that are wired into his optic nerve.
Cool.
So
Chill.
Nice.
W
nice,
sent you?
nice.
What was that?
W sent you?
I am here to trade thanks to, yes, Mr. W. Yes.
I'm Captain Dyson. I'm on watch today.
Okay.
I've got a requisition order, and you're Lita.
Yes, that's me. I'm Lita.
Look into my eye,
Yes.
and the order comes up in the visor and starts just rolling up the screen in this visor.
Okay.
So that look, no. It's a little awkward. I know it's my eyes,
Oh, yeah.
sort of, but just can you confirm these are the proper items?
Totally fine. She's gonna lean in, almost maybe a little like sensuously close, and
Yeah.
she's gonna review the items. And would they look correct to her?
So as far as that goes,
She might not know, but
Dyson is real business-like, right? So it's clear from your background, the way you've been playing her, that she's certainly not opposed to
Mhm.
leaning in unnecessarily close, partially disarm the
Mhm.
person. That doesn't work on him at all.
totally
Like,
fair
you're just a person. Like, it doesn't register to him.
for sure.
It looks right to you.
Okay, then she'll be like, yeah, that looks accurate.
And I was told you had equivalent trade.
Yes, I do. And she's gonna give a pat to
Oh, no,
her.
not my department.
Oh.
I'm allowed to. I'm cleared to let you in now.
Thank you.
Do you have any weapons, armor, or mods I should be aware of?
Just my personal defense items.
Yeah, can you hold those up, please?
Oh yes, of course. And she'll go ahead and take out her blaster and her dagger.
He holds his up next to yours, and he chuckles. Mark too.
Yeah, you know,
It'll
Gotta
get you
make
by.
do.
It'll get you by.
I know, one of these days, but
It uses a little less power, so there's an upside. I mean, this thing is a hog. I mean, I don't normally need more than 3 or 4 shots, but I can't do much more than that without replacing the pack.
I like the plus side. That's something good for me to think about.
So you're going to need to put the vibro blade someplace where it'll be awkward to pull it out, like throw it in a pack or something.
Okay.
Those things are really dangerous.
Got it. Okay. So we'll go ahead and follow instructions.
So he comes close, and this is not an intimidate thing, nor is it over familiar thing.
Yep.
His posture is like confiding.
Okay.
So we have entered into an arrangement recently,
Okay.
and we have some guests.
Guests.
Yeah. We pride ourselves on orderly execution of our ideals and our plans. They are equally passionate. I think I can maybe leave that there.
Yeah.
So maybe just try not to make eye contact.
Very helpful. Noted.
If you get into trouble, look for one of our guards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Try to ignore the believers.
Ignore the believers. You can probably tell I'm from out of town, so this guidance is extremely helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for the clearance, if it wasn't for the message from W, I would probably had to burn you down.
Oh.
Yeah, the arrangement we have here is not public.
Got it. Tight ship.
As tight as we can manage.
Ironclad sounds like. Okay.
Yeah, it's a tenuous arrangement, but it's an important one.
Totally understood. Professionalism and sanctity of dealings is something I understand very well. So
Perfect.
Thank you.
Have your driver go to the lot on the left there, and then you can head on inside.
Okay.
And is the cat, so Pickles, are you visible, or are you like in like a carrying bag, or?
I am literally just draped over Lita's shoulder, similarly to a scarf. Just very, very relaxed, very chill, just simple cat, like very much more an accessory and an animal than a person at this point.
So he does this to show his hand before reaching forward and touching you on the chest with his cybered arm. And for a moment, it seems overfamiliar. Then you realize what he's doing is he has a vibrocapacitance speaker in his fingertips. So when he touches your collarbone, you can actually hear him in your ears. So it's a high-tech way to whisper. And he says, if they see the Ultra Cat, they'll want to experiment on it.
I don't hear that.
You do.
I do.
Yeah, so it's literally like they used to sell it as the bone phone. There's a bone.
So he was touching me.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I thought he was
like,
touching Pickles.
No,
oh no.
Your chest, like here-ish, and then you would hear it through your bones in your ears. So anybody that's not really close to you won't hear it at all.
So Pickles wouldn't.
Pickles can't hear it either.
Oh God. Oh Lord. Okay.
So, yeah.
If they see, he said, if they see.
Mm-hmm. Just a word to the wise.
She's going to kind of give him a look that shows she heard. And she's going to say, do you mind if I have a word with my driver really quick before he turns around and leaves?
Good plan.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, the other two members of this party.
little mini cliffhanger.
Oh no.
Have gotten close enough to see the trucks being unloaded and the rocket ship sticking out of the dome.
That's really cool.
That was not here the last time I was here.
So they just made that.
This looks new.
That's awesome.
Thinking about the architecture, the fact that the roof could open, you remember that being a possibility, right? Because it's a big open area.
Right.
So, but the fact they put something in there and opened
Yeah,
it,
there's a rocket ship sticking up out of it. Yeah, I was here about 6 months ago, and this was not here. That was not here.
That's a tight schedule they got running there.
I guess.
And Socket, look at those two big
boys
armor suits.
They're both occupied at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am not going to do anything to them yet. But I will file that away for future reference.
What are you going to do? Going to get close? Are you going to go around to this secret tunnel? Are you going to go all the way around to go up to where the church was? Like, what's your plan here? Just stay at range and wait for a call?
So
kill something. If you're D&D players, there hasn't been combat yet. So you like start fighting something, right?
I'm fine with no. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Look. By the way, D&D players, I love you. I know that. It was not a diss. I just know my people.
No offense taken. I can throw on my camouflage, my chameleon to blend in a little bit more, and then maybe just like hang out and try to just be as cool as possible and not be seen. Maybe get in, wander around a little bit.
So Navad, I don't think you've seen that before.
What Socket can do?
Being a chameleon. You've seen him do his like computer empathy control thing, but you had not seen him be a chameleon before.
What is that? What does that do? Like
it's a lesser mutation. So in my mind, it kind of like it's like more like the actual chameleon, where you kind of like over the course of like a minute or so, just sort of turns into the color of the background.
Oh, whoa. Okay, so yeah, you blend in, like you absorb. Yeah, okay.
So
it's much easier if it's concrete or rocks or whatever.
Right.
The only way you're going to get in is you're going to try to find basically a side end exit, and you're going to face some fairly serious security. Going in the front, there's too many people around, but given that you have Socket with you, you could plausibly find a side entrance and hack your way in.
You said you knew about a secret tunnel?
Yeah, it's how we got out.
Probably get in if we want to get that way.
Okay.
Find something cool.
So and that is around the back. It was on the way to where the church was. So you're gonna circle around. Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Lita and Pickles. You go back around to where the driver is, and there is literally what was like the small staff parking lot. Like the rest of all this redoubt shit would have been where the visitor parking is, a much bigger area. And he's pulled over, and he's currently aggressively pissing in the corner.
Of course he is.
I love it.
She's gonna just kind of clear her throat. Sorry. Okay.
Okay. And he turns over. That was quick. Boy, that's good. Let's get out of here.
Oh no, I haven't even gotten inside to do my business. Here's the thing. And she's gonna kind of look back over and do like a working on it to the guy she was just talking to. She's gonna kind of, even though she assumes they probably can hear her, she's gonna still lower her voice and say, Professor, definitely that gentleman communicated to me through my chest that if they see you, they will try to experiment on you. And also, you heard the whole thing about this being, like a very tight ship and they don't want any funny business. Should you stay here? Should I don't want to risk your well-being. Yeah, it's not ideal.
Oh no.
I could leave you in the van, and if I die, so be it. You can try again in Wacko.
I can watch you.
Yeah, I said I'd jump in front of a tank, and I meant it. So if I have to, I can go it alone and try my best to just get the deal done and find out where the transport is. I think on sight, I don't think I can shoot that many people. And he made me hide my dagger, so that's like one less weapon. So I'm just, your safety is the paramount importance to me. So if I leave you in the vehicle, if I die, then so be it. I've had a good run.
Does the truck driver happen to have any kind of backpack, satchel, or anything like that in the back?
Yeah,
A cooler.
yeah. Well, he's also got Jansport zipper like backpack.
I really don't want to leave Lita alone. We've already split the party up too much.
We're literally like every man for themselves.
Everybody's just gonna be like, all right, well, you know what?
I mean, Lita wouldn't willingly bring you somewhere that would be known danger to you.
Yeah, but if the escape is inside and then you get to the place and then they're just like, okay, bye.
I mean, she could say, I could send someone for you. No, she wouldn't do that either. She wouldn't leave. It's not ideal.
I have a feeling I have to come with you at this point.
I think you do, but you can't come from Lita. Lita wouldn't volunteer you for that.
Okay. So Pickles turns to the truck driver. We'll be needing to borrow yet another thing from you. Is that all right?
If it means we get out of here sooner.
Well, it means you'll get out of here sooner.
Okay.
Pickles gestures towards the assortment of everything and tells Lita to pick the most appropriate for disguising a black cat.
Is there anything that would be ideal for this?
I'd figure probably said that there was just like a typical Jansport backpack.
Yeah, you poke some holes in it for air. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'd say like dark clothing and stuff it.
Oh no. She's like, I can't do this to you. This is disrespectful. This is just.
Oh, they give you stuffing your boss in a backpack.
Yeah, she's like, I really am not comfortable with this.
Boss in bag. Oh. Clothes on boss.
Okay, if you're insisting, I will do it, but this is the most horrible thing.
So we definitely shoot this with a GoPro in a bag.
Just getting stuffed.
From your point of view, we would see like peering out through the little holes. Okay. Navad and Socket. You take a wide loop around the outside. Navad, I need an endurance save, please.
Endurance save.
Oh, no.
Okay. Ooh, not my forte. One sec. I'm a 3d6. Here we go. Yeah, baby.
So it's like walking at high altitude for you.
Right.
So you're.
Oh, this place sucks.
You're
okay, buddy? Is this the magic thing?
Yeah, this place is so scientific that it just makes me feel terrible.
Wow. Yeah, do you want a churro? I've still got a few.
Oh, you still? I got plenty. I
mean, they're stale, but
that's okay. I'm kind of getting tired of churros, to be honest.
You let me know. I'll have yours anytime. I'll just drink the caramel out of the middle. I don't care.
Okay.
Shannon, we definitely need you want a churro t-shirts.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that's a great idea.
Which is a picture of a churro.
Back for Hannah and Kdin's edification, back at our home base, that's like basically the only item of food that's sold. It's like a Buc-ee's. We're based out of an abandoned Buc-ee's.
Incredible.
and so anybody who comes to town basically gets offered churros, and that's like an amazing commodity for them.
You need that, and you need a horny for food shirt.
Because of food reference, you could do front and back.
Yeah,
there you go.
Want a churro and then
horny for
food.
Yeah. All right. So you're going around the side. You do clock both visually and with your ability where the secure side doors are. so you kind of feel them.
Yeah.
But you're going past them, and you're going around the back. You have to go away from the dome, because if you remember going under, you went a distance, and there was subterranean stuff. There was like a boiler room. There was you fought a
murder robot.
Yeah, and then you got out.
Yeah,
and you did the up through the door and into safety, and then a short distance after that, they took you around to the church. So the mini cliffhanger I'm going to give you here is you're coming around the back, and there is a little bit of a rise, and you look over. An area of about a quarter mile has been glassed.
Ooh.
So Skyfire has been called down and has melted a crater. And if your mental map is correct, Navad, it struck the church.
Oh. Fun.
That's pretty good.
So it is literally glass. There is a circle of glass.
That's real bad.
Yeah, this is the people who helped us out. That was where they were, and it looks like they got fried.
Oh, you must feel really bad.
Meanwhile,
oh no! Oh no!
Walked up to the captain with her boss in a unfortunately sweaty gym bag.
Boss in a bag.
Once you're in it, you're free of the overriding stench of the biodiesel and the meat kimchi. It's now all sweat socks, and
you know what? It's probably an improvement. It's fine. It's
oh gosh.
So Jenzen's doing this like he's got a headset, but he doesn't have anything visible on the outside. But he's wearing a connection, so he's probably actually in communication with someone. Mm-hmm. So we got 2 stops to make. There's a member of our committee that wants to speak with you.
Okay.
We're going to go there first because the things you need are being gathered up. I was given a request at the end of this list. I think calling it a non-standard would be underplaying it. Mm-hmm. You need a flying machine.
Oh, yes, it's definitely non-standard, but that's so I can return. No,
I don't actually.
Is it? This is me asking. Is the understanding that there is where we're coming from? Would that be known to them?
Super secret.
Okay.
Yeah. The fact that W is a cat that works with a secret committee of spy cats.
Sure.
As far as they know, some eccentric billionaire is wiring them money to do crazy experiments.
Got it. Okay. Then she'll just go with return to where I came from.
Return.
I have a long distance to cover. And as you can tell, and she's going to gesture to her very fine suit, I don't like to get dirty. I don't like to deal with raiders. I just want the cleanest journey home.
He gives a slight judgy look.
That's fair.
This is definitely a guy who's like,
would get dirty.
Well, I'm not, sir. I work for a living. Like
yeah.
The idea that you might be prissy enough that you need a skycraft is like, okay, sister, whatever.
Yeah.
So he takes you around, and you go through. The whole thing is built in concentric circles, and some of it's in galleries that overlook the rest. And the reason is it was a science museum. So at one point you could have looked across and saw, oh, look, it's the 3D human ear. But now it's all different. Like
the nervous laugh.
And the middle of the place is the bottom end of a spaceship. And there's an open ramp, and there's a long line of people carrying plastic into the rocket ship. Watching over them is an angel.
See, this is bad because they're making faces like that means something, and I don't know what it means.
He's about 7 feet tall. Also, we're going to say they because it's gender is not clear. Beautiful is clear. So there's this kind of otherworldly presence. And they are not saying anything. They're kind of just looking beatific, and by their presence inspiring the laborers to carry the plastic into the ship.
Would lead. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I have a GM question. Would the would Lita and
That was going to be my question.
Would they know about the angels? They would know, right?
It is absolutely possible they do not know.
Oh, never mind.
Because it is like urban myth and folklore in most areas.
Okay.
It's definitely a not proven thing almost anywhere. Your group has had experiences, and because of the fact they're from a society that's withdrawn from most of the rest of the society, the idea that they haven't heard these urban myths is not surprising.
Okay.
Now, some people in Pickles' committee may know. Pickles doesn't. The possibility the cats know more than the humans is absolutely possible. But for right now, the two players can be absolutely dumbfounded.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
Okay. So the Dixon says, Dyson, sorry. He, without looking at you, actually, he reaches over and touches the base of your neck and then talks to you through the bone.
Yep.
Don't look at it.
Yep.
They have a power we call the glamour.
Okay.
If they tell you to do something, you can't not do it.
If I'm okay. Just gonna understood.
I just stay away from the central chamber.
That makes sense.
So he leads you around to the back, up internal set of stairs, to a section of labs.
Okay.
There is a room labeled Neurotech. Opens the door to Neurotech, and there is a woman in a lab coat that appears to be made out of chrome.
Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like head to toe, like hairless, all just shiny metal with a lab coat.
Okay.
And there is a name tag in the lab coat that says Marie.
Okay.
She smiles when she sees you.
Oh God, I have a bad feeling. Okay.
Well done, Dyson. Leave us. And he looks over and make an insight check.
Insight check. Okay.
Pickles, you can also make an insight check.
Oh,
you
good.
can see this from the bag.
It's a very flimsy bag. It's like when you see like just the cloth screen in movies, Oh God, I hope you do well. I don't see nothing. I don't know anything.
Ooh, but
that's good. That's great. That's excellent.
Pickles
does. Quick question.
Quick
Quick question. Before anything happens, quick question. Does Lita have any kind of like a watch or like anything she could? Damn it. Okay.
No.
Okay.
So Pickles, you catch Dyson looking apologetic before he leaves the room.
Oh no, I'm doomed. Oh no.
We are so dead.
Oh, God. It was nice playing Lita. It was nice being here.
You know what? This was a very amazing.
We've had a great time.
Meanwhile,
I can't believe.
Let me just say, given how this is going, it's probably so much for the best that we split up.
Oh man,
you're actually probably much safer right now.
Wow, it doesn't feel that way.
No, it does not.
So, Socket and Nevada, I am now going to give you the option to expend your good karma, but I'm not going to tell you what it's for.
Yes, let's do that.
Oh, good, great.
Wow, this is the first time we've ever just done a blind good karma. But if you are asking me if I want to do it, yeah, let's do
Probably
it.
a good time.
I will apologize 100%. You had a black cat cross your path.
That's exactly right.
We really did. And however, by accepting that karma, we maybe just hosed you guys because now he has bad karma.
It's okay.
So
it's
the
all
two
right.
of you are looking from the little hill you're on over at the fragged terrain that was not fragged the last time the VOD was here. Over to your left, you hear a frog croak.
Okay. A frog croak.
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
And you look over, and there's a little dude about 2.5 feet tall, and he's dressed kind of like a Boy Scout. He's even got a sash, and he's a little frog dude.
Cool.
Hey, hey,
What's up, dude?
hey, hey.
Cool.
Hey,
Hey,
how are
Kurt.
you?
Nervous.
Just like in general, or for a reason?
All the guns.
We don't have guns, so you're good with us.
Oh,
Sock it.
I'm supposed to be here and watch for people looking for the church,
Mm.
and you look like you were looking from the church for the church. And
I don't
you-
know anything about church.
I know there used to be a church here, but that's not what we're looking for.
Oh, well, never mind. And he kind of hides behind something.
You
Never mind.
okay, little buddy?
Nope,
You-
just looking for. I forget that stuff I said.
Do you need it to help with anything?
Nope. I'm just here just in case.
You lost sport?
Nope. I'm on a job.
You want a churro?
You have a churro?
I mean, it's real old, but it's still good.
He hops over. Yeah, I want a churro.
Yeah, here it's like a third of a really crumbly one.
He still lights up. So why are you here? This is not a safe place to be.
Hanging out, I guess. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to be cool about this, but bullshit. Because that's an armed
Well,
camp right there, and there are
Yeah.
robots and guns, and I can help you maybe, but I gotta know who you are and why you're here.
I'm Socket.
Hi,
that's Socket. I'm Lord Navad.
I'm they call me Kermie.
Oh, hi, Kermie.
Hi.
So, hey, here's the thing. My buddy, he's
Uh-huh.
really good at science stuff, and we
His eyes
Uh-oh.
a little bit.
Why,
I
uh-oh?
I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry. I don't even belong in this area. I know this is your. He starts hopping backwards.
No. You're okay. You're okay, buddy.
Hey, wait, hold on. I think he thinks we're the boss.
Oh, that's cool.
The
I think you're the
science,
boss.
the science people are real dangerous.
What makes you say that?
I shouldn't say anything. Why are you here?
Well, we're here to. What should we tell him, Socket?
We got lost and we're looking for the back in. We lost our card. We lost our swipe cards.
Oh yeah, we
We'll get in big trouble if they find out we lost them.
yeah we lost our swipe cards. We need to get back inside, and we don't want to get in trouble.
Who's got the highest insight dice?
Right.
I got 4.
I've got 2.
That's going to be Navad. Roll the 4 dice.
Okay. 2 6s.
Nice.
He is getting ready to run away. He basically saying that you're from inside the dome. He's basically watching for probably the people from the church who are opposed to people from the dome.
Right.
So he's probably from the Splinter faction.
Oh.
That makes
Oh.
sense.
So I kind of get.
Yeah, you see his frog legs tensing up to hop away.
I can pick up on. I can pick up on that.
Yeah.
What was the name of the group, or of the Did they have like a leader at all?
The leader's name was Isler.
Eisler?
They used the symbol of the Greek letter for beta. Albert was the guy that had kind of befriended you inside the dome.
Right.
He was a dude with goat hooves.
With goat hooves. That's right. Yeah, he was like a satyr kind of looking dude almost. So so I kind of pick up on all of that, of the fact that it. Okay,
Yeah, you
Hey.
may have just suggested you're from the other team.
We ah.
Uh, uh, uh,
Hey, Kermit. Hey, Kermit. Wait.
uh,
Were the people at this church friends of yours?
they were my family.
They helped me. They saved me. I know Albert. I know Eisler.
Well, why did you say all that other shit?
Because we thought you were working for them.
Yeah, we thought that you were not good.
But you were. I don't know what
You're terrible spies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's not our job.
Really not what we do.
We're just here.
Look, Kermit. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
About 6 months ago, I was kidnapped here, and I broke out with the help of Albert. They helped us out. I'm trying. You remember?
You know the new man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's great. He wasn't there when the Skyfire came.
Oh, that's good.
No, he's somewhere.
Well, that's good.
He stayed with us for a while, and he comes back sometimes. They were working on rebuilding him pretty good.
Good.
I'm really nervous. Do you see the ship, right?
Yeah, that's super cool, right?
Well, it came with an angel.
I'm sorry.
What?
Well, this isn't a cathedral. The nearest cathedral is Dallas.
Right.
But as far as I can tell, they've made some kind of a deal with the people in the dome. And those raiders that are protecting all of it. I don't know exactly what happened, but it's something to do with that corporation.
Okay.
Okay.
So look. Okay, Kermit, here's the deal. We have a couple of friends inside.
I'm sorry.
They're probably fucked right now.
And we need to get inside.
Oh, you want to reverse what happened last time?
Exactly. I want to sneak in.
Oh.
That's why we came back this way.
Well, I was here to look for someone like you, and I was going to take you to where the betas are hiding, but that's 2 days away.
I don't think we have time for 2 days. Hey, Kermit, here's the thing. You have permission. You have permission from me. What you were going to take us there to like hide with them?
Permission from you? You what? 12?
No, I'm 18. Also, how can you tell? I'm wearing a hat and goggles.
Guess my age.
I don't know. 50?
24.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
It's the mileage.
Well, you're only 6. Get off your high horse. Anyway, look, what I'm saying is run away and tell them that we're sneaking in. We don't have time to go find them.
Oh, maybe back up. Okay.
Like some backup. Exactly.
Tell us about where they are, so if we need to get there later, we'll be headed in the right direction.
Yes. And he hands you a slip. It's like the back of a placemat, and there's like a rough map here. So what we don't understand is normally when something could threaten the angels, the Skyfire comes to blot it out. But the Skyfire didn't come for the dome or for Curse's people. We think Comco has made some kind of an arrangement.
Comco. That was the van. That was what was on the van. Okay.
Meanwhile,
No.
I need an insight roll just from Lita.
Rip.
Actually,
Okay.
I'll make it a notice check.
A notice check. Okay.
Oh.
It's about the same. So we're gonna try.
Please.
Come on. Why is it not rolling? Here we go. There we go. That's okay. 5 and 6.
Yay. All right.
That's something. She's alert. She's awake.
He looks you over.
Dyson does.
You have been looked over as though you were walking meat before.
Yes. Yeah.
And normally it was some sort of power thing or something sexual. This has the same feeling, but it's more like literally being meat. Like almost like
material.
she's looking at you and like calculating how far your jaw is across.
Yeah.
Like it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's giving you a look over that's making you really uncomfortable.
Got it.
No.
Okay.
So
Shoot.
I understand that we have what you need. And I might
Yes.
be able to provide for you the special request.
Oh, wonderful.
I have access to a one-man pod that was built originally as an escape pod. So it's got reasonably limited range and it's only large enough for one.
Okay.
But it's capable of takeoff. How far do you need to travel?
Out of Lita.
Yeah, so really not that
Estimate.
far. So 10 miles, maybe. But the
Okay.
important thing is you could probably do that in a car.
Okay.
You could transport it and then just go up.
Yeah. Just
And-
enough that they can grab us.
And it's like the
Yeah.
station is at like the edge of like the troposphere.
Got it.
So
Okay.
you don't have to go suborbital.
Just enough that they can get
just
us.
to go up.
Yeah. Okay. So I can I say 10 miles? Would that sound
Oh, yeah,
outlandish?
you could. No,
Okay. Okay. She'll say that.
should be able to do that.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever worked in a lab before. Labs can be very political places.
Mm.
So I'm on the committee here. There's a small group of us that runs this place. And we all have a certain amount of political capital, if you will.
Okay.
A certain amount of influence that we can wield to do the things that we personally want to do. To give you that vehicle, as much as I am eager to remain in W's good graces,
Of course.
we now have more backers than we did,
Okay.
and the support of W is no longer as crucial as it once was.
Understood.
That said, if you could do me a small favor, I could return the favor for you.
Okay.
Is it rude for me to ask if you are a pregen?
For my knowledge, would that be a question? I mean, she's used to being asked that.
Yeah, and it's also a matter of context, right?
Yeah, she's
again,
not-
If we're filming this as a movie, we get a montage of like
Right.
the pimp saying,
Yeah.
"You're a pregen, right?" And then
Yeah.
doubling the rate. And then in other contexts,
She's used to being asked this.
hiding it, right?
Right.
It's like it's not as easy as yes, no.
Yeah.
It's a really weighted term.
Sure.
It's, I think, synonymously socially, it's almost like being asked, "You're a virgin, right?"
Virgin,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's really kind of a crass.
Sure.
But she's not really asking it. There's nothing prurient about the way she's acting.
Sure. She'll kind of take a pause and say, typically it doesn't come up in my trade dealings.
Well, in our parlance, you're something that we call newborn. Pregens have cells, tissues, and organs that are unaffected by the ravages of the wasted land. So all of the experiments that we perform most are compromised by the fact that we have to perform them on subjects with those accommodations, with those mutations, with those differences.
Sure.
So when we encounter someone who is newborn, who has pregen tissues, the data we get from any experiments that we can perform, any tests that we can perform, are substantially more valuable because it's more of a baseline. I have been developing, and she actually puts her hand up, actually holds out her hand. I hope this doesn't sound terrible, but touch my arm.
Okay. She will go ahead and touch her arm.
So it is both soft and cold like chrome. So she has literally metal skin.
Got it.
feels like flesh. It's equally like it gives. Like when she moves, it moves properly. It's not hard.
Right.
I have been working on enhancements to the nervous system in response of the human base form.
Yeah.
Make a reflexes saving throw.
Oh no. Okay, so is that a reaction?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm sorry, I've designed like 6 games.
No, you're good. I figured that was it. I was just like, if there's anything with a higher roll I can use, I will use
sure.
it. No,
it's weird sometimes too. Like I've run like 7 versions.
No, you're good.
Like,
1
No,
6.
no, there it is.
1 6.
Yeah.
So her hand shoots out with incredible speed.
Okay.
You roll well, so you're able to move your hand over your gun holster.
Oh, okay.
But she very nearly just pulled your gun out of the holster and handed it to you.
I don't like it.
And it's only because you are, at this point, a very trained and capable, but she very nearly pulled that shit.
Like I don't like it.
Did that blurry thing, like you need to slow down Jackie Chan to see his fight scenes.
And she just barely gets to it.
Yes. And so she leaves, she pulls her hands back. I'm not combat trained.
Seems like you are.
I'm not. That's a result of the treatment I've been developing. My pathways, my neural system operates roughly 400 times faster than yours does.
Yeah, I get that sense.
So what I'm offering is I would like to test improving your nervous system. In exchange, I am willing to give up my escape pod.
So when you say test my nervous system,
yes,
is this a long-term? Could I just give you a sample of my flesh?
No, I would inject a small dose of specifically programmed nanites.
Oh,
that would retailor your nervous system, speeding you up and upgrading your reaction time spectacularly.
That sounds very valuable. But if I am not of my own employ, so I would say that my body isn't necessarily my own to make those decisions with.
So are you going to ask the cat, or should I ask it directly? Elsewhere.
No!
So Navad, you and Socket are now standing at what you remember being the exit. So if you remember, you had to do the speed through the gate thing and come up, and so you're pretty sure there's like a big panel, and you would just lift that up and just crawl in, and there's the tunnels.
Yep.
So you want to take a look for security, Socket?
Yeah, let's give it a little boo, boo, boo.
Let's do an awareness test for that.
Okay. All right. Let's do an awareness test. A 5.
You don't think so, but it's hard to see what's on the other side of this. But you don't think like right around you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that's a big metal panel and it's just dull metal with earth over it, you're not going to be able to sense through that very well.
Yeah.
So there is a possibility that there are sensors right on the other side.
Yeah.
But you don't think so.
Yeah. I don't feel anything in here about it. I think it's worth a shot, right?
Yep, let's go.
All right.
Okay, so you would have to have some pretty bad luck for there to be scanners right on the other side of the earth that you can't see, because that would be terrible luck, wouldn't it?
Oh.
Elsewhere.
So, God. Why did you ask us to use karma to meet a friendly frog guy?
Okay.
So
he's like the
Elsewhere,
frog dude from
with
Open
Gambit,
Garden Wall.
the truck driver peeing furiously. Oh God.
So, all I would need would be for you to stay 2 or 3 hours so that I can monitor the effect of the nanites and the progression. I wouldn't even need to wait long enough to see the full effect, as knowing where on the progression your response falls will tell me everything I need to know.
Question for Kdin.
Yeah.
When the mention of the cat, the ultra cat Pickles was made, would Pickles have reacted, or should I progress?
That's totally up to you. No, she didn't say Pickles.
Right. The ultra cat.
Just to be sure you know what they do and do not know. Yeah.
So she could be referencing Mr. W.
Right.
She
Oh,
could.
that's unlikely, but who knows?
Okay.
So Pickles, what do you do? Anything? Or you just let her continue to?
It's up to you. Totally fine to keep going.
Okay, so this is like backing up. Is there any way for long distance contact? Like,
Nope.
say, let me. Okay.
Nope. Your telepathy works exactly like voice.
Oh well. I'm saying, let's say Lita says let me call my employer.
Oh, you could try to do, if they were giving you access to radio equipment or something. Yeah.
Can we?
I mean, you don't normally do that because that could out you. Because if they did things like triangulate your signal, they would know where your city is.
Right.
And you are a sneaky cat.
Yes. Lita will sacrifice life and limb, literally.
I'm so. Half of me thinks the jig is up, and half of me wants to not go with my instinct and just say, let's.
I can.
I'm gonna trust your judgment on this.
Okay. She would not respond to Lita would not respond to the comment about the ultra cat.
Just let that ride.
She would let that ride because her instinct would be to, unless forced, not acknowledge Pickles. She just wouldn't.
I was just enjoying the sentence.
Yeah. No context.
I pretend not to see it.
I pretend I do not see it. Yeah, so she basically, where she just said was that she would just need a couple of hours. So what Lita would say is, if I were to agree to this, just statistically, I am a woman of practicality. How many people have you tried this on, and how many of them have died?
Well, there's been over 30.
Okay.
But most of them were not pregens. And when you put someone who's not a pregen in, you're then editing a mutated system. And we've had a 60% fatality rate
with the
when dealing with the mutated.
Right. And with the pregens, how many pregens have you had?
2 others.
2.
And in one case, the treatment created a neurological buzz, which was painful for him.
Okay.
And the other case had, she ended up with like slight visible, like the chrome that I have.
Sure.
Her fingernail beds and her eyelids became metallized.
Okay.
But then the neurological increase worked.
Okay.
Also, it had an effect on her brain. She was young, a little simple in some ways. She was young in the very broadest sense.
Sure.
After the treatment, she learned much faster. The state that we're in when we're very young, 3 or 4, her brain re-entered that state.
Highly adaptable.
Was able to pick up, yes. And she picked up micro expressions very easily.
And how can I be assured that you'll keep to your word, that if I do this, you'll grant me all the things that have been promised?
Other than the fact that you are in contact with W.
Yes.
And if you were to simply disappear, or if something terrible happened, the best we could hope for is he would simply disappear and he would look for you. It's in our best interest to stay in his good graces or hers. I mean, I've never met W. So I think that's your assurance, is that you're here under the auspices of another contract.
But you did say you have other
We do.
support now.
I don't know if you noticed the ship. And
The ship, it was hard to miss.
And the angel in the lobby.
I did try to avert my eyes respectfully. I am,
I find that fascinating. I find myself resistant to the glamour because I am very seriously modified. So I have a feeling that whatever that power is doesn't work as well on someone who's at least partially biomechanical.
If I can ask you the same question you asked me, is it presumptuous to ask if you were a pre-gen before you were modified?
I was not. This has been painful and it's nearly killed me.
Okay.
And it was probably a reckless, terrible idea that I started experimenting on myself.
At least you're honest.
This wasn't always as seemingly perfect as it was. It was partial for a while, and the seams between the metal and the flesh were extremely painful, constantly irritated. Essentially, my body tried to reject all of the rewritten parts, which is why I eventually had to go for full body prosthesis.
Understood. Okay. Well,
You know, your cat friend can come out of the bag, because I don't know if you've noticed, but we have more sensors and scanners in this place than I think exist anywhere else in the waste world.
I did.
Your friend was there the minute you entered the dome.
I figured I wasn't going to underestimate you. It was more for my own personal sense of comfort.
The bag smells like gym shorts.
It's not a great smell. I'll grant you that. It was our mode of transport. It was not my finest choice. Hence the reason I would
to one of the lab tables and takes one of those actual like medical cat carriers, and like at the very least you could.
Okay. She, now having been immediately called out, she'll kind of pause, and this will be her
pause
giving Pickles the opportunity to I would assume, given our relationship, she can read absence of action from Pickles as cues. So this is one of those where she would wait, see if Pickles wants to choose to exit.
Yeah, you're definitely a team. I think that's fair.
Yes. Yeah. So she would wait.
Okay. Well, at this point, jig is definitely up. So.
The jig is most definitely up.
So Pickles would like paw a little bit at the bag, a smidge, to get Lita to unzip it a bit, so that Pickles could pop out a smidge.
Just like ears and eyes.
Ears and eyes, just like the void staring at him. It's like just giant circles, just the orbs staring out. It's like. Yes.
The other thing about her that was a little strange, you didn't really fully realize it until now, is she was basically naked. She's wearing a lab coat, but now that she's effectively metal flesh, even though, God, she's a bad like anime character. I mean, she's not. I will just say it's clear she's naked.
Okay.
Right, but metal. So it's very strange. You wouldn't even notice at first, like, oh shit, that's hot.
I think of like Alex Mack pre-squish.
Yeah.
Pre-melt.
I'm thinking uncoated shell from Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, that for sure. That's a way better reference.
So
I know exactly what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
Like, I got the Alex Mack reference.
Let me have a reaction roll from Socket, please.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
We're gone again. Oh no.
Oh right. Oh, we're cutting back to the bad luck that we just
There we go.
Hey.
6.
I didn't split the party, man. That's on him.
Oh, come on, don't blame me.
Okay, so Socket. There's a sensor that's going off. Do you want to shut it down immediately?
Absolutely. As soon as I get the ping, grab it.
Give me a
Catch a fly.
one die down.
A reaction test, 1 die down?
Hack test.
Hack test. Cool.
Yeah.
Um,
And again, when you do this, you do the
Whoa!
Doctor Strange, wave with your hands kind of thing.
yeah.
Okay.
I got a couple 5s.
Okay. So the VOD lifts the panel, and you, in the darkest of the tunnel ahead, you see a thing like a light goes on, and you basically, oh shit, and you reach out. You have slowed it, but not stopped it. So it has not sent a signal out yet. What do you do?
I think I don't know if I've tried to just like destroy something like that before, but I think my instinct is just like,
Try to shut it down?
yeah, rip it, shut it down.
Okay, give me a bodge test.
Bodge, here it comes. Same thing.
I think you have bodge.
I do. Another 5.
Okay. Okay, so your option is accept that it's broken, but you don't know if it sent the signal, or use the good karma and it's definitely shut down.
Use the good karma.
Okay.
Shut it down.
And now we're back to that, which will not make Hannah or Kdin nervous at all.
No.
So what Navad sees is you open the thing and you see the little beep, but Socket very quickly reaches out and you hear, and there's a wisp of smoke from a little like electronic device in the corner.
Okay, I got the first one. No problem.
Perfect. Great. That's great.
After you, I guess. You know your way around the place.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be keeping active, active sensor out to see.
Willpower save from Nevada, please.
Willpower?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, right.
Yeah, you're good at this though.
Yeah.
Willpower is your jam.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh,
3
wow.
sixes.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So you can stay focused, but you're definitely aware that you're kind of almost passing through a barrier, right? Like when you go into the tunnel, there's that sense of like the closer you get to the center of the dome, the less. So this partially for Kdin and Hannah. Magic works by sort of a consensual reality modifying the underlying rules of the universe. So mages take rules that got all soft because of the bombs and the apocalypse, and magic didn't really work anything but like, a ritual. It's very important psychologically, but wasn't literally, you could do things to focus your own subconscious, but you couldn't make fairy fire.
Got it.
After the fall, you sure as shit could make fairy fire. But in this area, the collective consensus is science is God and is the law. And it's so powerful here that mages that come here find that the laws aren't flexible for them anymore. So Navad basically is walking into an anti-magic shell.
Yeah. And it's like I'm walking just like literally. It's like I'm the only one who has a wind blowing directly in his face, and everyone else is like, what's up, man?
What is your deal?
Oh, gotta get the
Oh, look, he's in a box again. Great.
I'm going to give you a small montage of Socket shutting down sensors. These are not intense security devices. These are casual. The whole thing about most of the things we think about for home security are just deterrence. They're not really security. They're just so that we know you can bust the back door lock, but the fact that you had to spend 2 minutes doing it and break something is usually enough of a deterrent to keep you from doing it.
Yeah.
So the kind of sensors back here are that. You can almost picture techs just throwing them like throwies.
Yep.
Like, let's just make this sensor aware. Like nothing here is like, for example, networked. So for a proper sensor array, you'd want them to talk to each other.
Yeah.
And there's none of that. So you're just walking through here, and effectively, in this
Swatting bugs.
yeah, Socket is like Navad here. He's just like waving and just turning this shit off.
Yep, it's your jam.
So we've balanced things out. Navad's got nerfed a little bit, but Socket is now just all powerful.
Look at a wizard now. Woo!
My magic versus your magic.
Which of you has a higher notice check?
I have a 2.
I'm at 4.
Okay, I won't have you roll. We're just going to say Navad.
Yeah.
There is something man-sized hiding in the shadows up ahead. So you're passing through tunnels and like little areas where there's, like off to your left is probably like deep storage for computer servers. Off to your right it was maybe like a boiler room. It's all like tunnel shape. And the structure of it is very similar to subway, where you have side tunnels and that kind of shit. And off to the side, there's someone hiding from you.
Well, I can see
a dark figure crouched.
Right. I'm gonna kind of, hey, Socket, wait up, hold up.
What's up?
So there's a person over here. Hello.
Head peeks up, and you see the shimmering of the little bit of light that you have going off of multifaceted eyes.
Multifaceted eyes, like a
bug.
like fly eyes,
like a spider.
Okay, cool.
Like a spider. It's okay. It's like a Spider-Man socket.
Ooh.
Incredible.
That sounds like more like your job.
I guess we gotta. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's scared.
Maybe friendly again. Maybe it's like a little frog dude.
Like our little frog guy before.
Yeah, friendly.
Hello. Are you?
A hand comes up, and it's been partially cyborged, but it's a shit job. So the overall feel as it kind of rises up from the shadows. Remember Sid's fucked up toys?
Yep, I was just exactly going to say like the horrid toys under Sid's bed.
Yep.
This dude gives you the feeling of the joke of the college student that goes and does all of the tests and makes money doing it, but ends up blowing him with like 3 arms. Like this dude looks like he has done dozens of experiments.
All of the experiments.
So he's got partial cyborging. He's got one spider eye. He's not looking like he's in great shape.
Hey, friend.
Hey, what's up?
I can't work today. I can't work today.
Take some time off, man. You need to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Did you bring food or?
Yeah. I just a little bit though. I'm super running low.
Okay, so he limps towards you, and you realize he's dragging his intestines behind him.
Oh.
Ooh.
Do you like a wound? Is it a wound or this
no,
is
they're external now.
Now that's just how he's built.
There's also little numbered flags stuck in the intestines. So
little mini golf course. Yeah. Ooh.
It looked to you like it's externalizing his organs to track them when they're experimenting on him.
Hey,
good. I mean, I'd work if it's enough, but I'm really tired.
Hey, go take a nap. Just relax.
You said you have food. I can't sleep while I'm hungry.
Oh yeah, here, have some. Probably like the last half a dry churro.
He sees the churro, and it's like he's like we shine the light at him like the Blues Brothers.
Yeah,
saw God like, and he weeps as he's eating the churro.
Hey,
what's your name, man?
And then the others come out of the shadows.
Oh, there's more of these guys.
Yeah, about a dozen.
Cool.
And they're all different.
But all messed up.
Very much so. Like all at the point where it looks like the reason they're down here is their usefulness is they've been so heavily experimented on that they're nearly useless.
They've been abandoned or
they are now chanting churro.
Oh God.
Meanwhile, upstairs.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm a gun that shoots jelly.
Oh my God, help them.
Oh no.
So you're open to the idea then?
She's deferring to Pickles.
Well, I don't know if I'm necessarily open to the idea.
That's what's on the table. I mean, I can. Other than that, we can do the trade, and maybe you can go down to Waco, see if they have, maybe a balloon or something.
Here's my issue. According to our contact with Mr. W, we had this locked away, and this was already a done deal. So why, pray tell, has this changed?
I hate to repeat myself because I'm a very busy woman, but I will make an exception here. And I will say this again to you. You've seen the rocket ship and the angel in the lobby?
Yes.
We didn't have corporate backing before.
Lita?
I'm prepared to do it.
I don't know if we have 2 hours.
I can make sure that you do.
Okay.
You can make sure that we have 2 hours.
I am one of the committee here.
What if, and since we're both on fairly even playing field here, you don't get what you want unless we say yes. We don't get what we want unless, it's like you say
So
yes.
the even playing field here, my dear Feline, is that you brought a bunch of back shelf computer repair junk, and your list would be used in things like communication and life support at high altitude. So you want to trade garbage for things that you need for something you don't want me to know about, and that I haven't decided to examine any further yet, but I might.
And you want me to potentially sacrifice a lifelong friend and servant to whatever it is you may be doing.
Make an insight check.
Oh my god.
I'm in danger.
I got all right.
So, hey, while Kdin is rolling, Mike, I met Marie, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
we got a 5. We got a 5.
Don't tell them what that means.
No, I won't, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's absolutely what you think it is.
Oh God. Don't say anything.
I'm hoping at least someone in chat has figured out what this is.
I think they have. I found my Twitch login and I went in for like 1 minute and then I left because I didn't want to get spoiled. But
Okay.
He was like, I don't want to see spoilers, right?
Yeah. No, that's excellent.
I literally went in. I was like, I'm in danger, and then I left.
So what was your insight?
I got rolled a 5.
She is trying to keep from losing her temper.
Okay.
What I'm doing is trying to ensure the survivability of my species.
Your species, my species?
Yes.
Yeah, just making sure.
I am human. This planet has become inhospitable because of the actions of non-humans. I'm not pleased with some of the deals we've had to make. But all that matters is the work. And if I can ensure that we can make it through this, or at least I can contribute whatever my skills and training are able to bring us to the next generation after that, the next century. And she slams the table and breaks off the end of it and then points at it. What's more likely to survive the next set of rad storms? Pretty little redhead here, or this?
Lita will gently put a hand on Pickles' paw and say, "It's okay."
I surrender your own agency to yourself.
And Lita will say, as long as you can guarantee that Pickles will have access to that pod, I'm willing to barter with you.
I've already tipped my hand as to how I feel about the non-humans that are guiding our fate. But as one human to another, I tell you, I swear to you, that the cat will get what the cat needs, what you asked for. I tell you honestly, I have no intention of using the escape pod to flee.
No, you don't.
I had it on reserve because honestly, she raises her hand and says, Bishop, Knight 4, and you hear like ting, ting, ting all around the room. I don't trust the damn angel. The corporates have convinced us that they have negotiated a way to be safe from them. But they've called down Skyfire and destroyed a dissident camp to the west. How do I know they won't get bored with this arrangement and do the same to us? So that was here in case I needed to flee. But the work is what matters to me. And I would be a poor scientist if all of my results were kept locally.
Well, the professor is what matters to me, so.
I wish I could tell you that this wasn't going to be painful.
I've probably been through, maybe not worse, but pain is not something I'm a stranger to.
Because you're unlikely to be willing to take the 2 years that slow rewrite and restoration would take,
2 years.
the nanites will be ripping you apart and rebuilding them. So the nearest approximation I can give is intentionally putting yourself in a microwave. Now, I'm not doing this to you. This was treatments over years. What I'm going to do is exactly what I said. I'm going to attempt to speed up, to improve your nervous system. I need to strap you down now. Please sit on the chair.
Lita will walk over to the chair.
Meanwhile, there's these horrible things are Chiro.
I'm out, man. What? I
So
think
you
they should just book it.
catch one.
It doesn't seem like they're going anywhere fast.
You see one with an anteater face licking the sugar off the mouth of the spider guy. Like they have clearly surrendered their humanity a long time ago. The other example, if you've ever saw the sequel to The Fly, there was like a failed experiment pit.
Yep.
This is a lot like that. Yeah, we'd have similar touchstones, Marc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Look, sock it. I'm with you. I think we need to. I think we need to just book it.
Yeah. Hey guys, we left a sack of food at the entrance of this tunnel. We're gonna get the other way. Back that way, as much as you can eat.
Whole bunch of churros.
What is now obvious as some of them fall further just going, most of these subjects are in constant agony.
Cool, let's get out.
Like the guy that's dragging his stomach.
This is horrible.
Yeah, I don't think we can do anything to help them unless we just want to murder them all. And
Kill
I don't
them?
want to murder them.
I'm not. I
Nevada?
don't. Yeah.
Even down here,
Yeah.
there's something itching behind the door in your mind.
Right.
It knows what to do. It sounds like Nevada would not go down that path. He fucking lives for something like that.
Oh man.
I'm watching Hannah's expression. Sorry, this is a very strong fan service episode.
No,
Stuff's being
it's.
dropped.
I actually really like when I get to play in meta that I don't know because it lets me make completely like naive decisions. So
like,
I'm all for it.
Well, it's kind of like where you are right now.
Yeah. I'm also laughing because my foster kitten just came in the room as if she can sense that there's like a cat in danger somewhere. So I keep looking off camera because she's like marching around this room like someone's in trouble.
That's the best.
If she comes near her, I'll grab her.
So, okay, I've got the little presents.
Yep.
Is it saying anything?
No, in fact, you would have to make a significant effort to open the door. So normally it's like you just have to go, it's like a constant hanging knock knock joke.
Right.
And the minute you're like, who's there? It's like, ha! In
Right.
this case where you are, you'd have to do the equivalent of opening a garage door. You'd have to be like, okay, let's let you out. It would be an effort to do it.
Look, Socket. There's a part of me that wants to put these guys out of their misery. But I don't know if I want to tap into that right here, right now.
Yeah.
And you don't want to murder them either.
Yeah. Also, it'll take a long time, I think.
Yeah.
It's Devad. No.
Oh, as Devad?
It would not take a long time.
Man. Hey, okay, look, here, Socket, 1 second. Do any of you guys want to die?
One looks up from the one remaining eye that has no eyelids, so it can't close anymore, and has a tattoo of 143 on the white of the eye.
Oh.
It doesn't speak, but a single tear falls from the corner of the eye.
Okay.
I'm going to walk up to it and just smash his head in with my baseball bat.
Oh my god!
So sad.
When you do that, they start chanting churro, and they start hobbling towards you.
Okay. As soon as it looks like he's taken care of, I'm gonna be like, Navad, we gotta go.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Give me a second. Okay, I go for it.
Oh no!
No matter rolls. This is the way I definitely shoot this montage is the bright light silhouette shadow shot, where we just see like Devad casting and like just the shadows of his arms moving, and he would do this, and then you just see an explosion, and then blood would hit the camera.
Mhm.
So there'd just be a very violent. I think we might get, because you wouldn't get a reaction from Devad, because Devad isn't Devad right now.
Right.
But I think Socket, we would occasionally shoot back to Socket being like, I think he'd make the Jesus Christ face.
Mhm.
Not the Jesus Christ face, that's different. But the, oh my God.
Yeah.
And possibly get the like, we get the Gore Girls to throw the bucket on you,
Mhm.
Meanwhile, you, Pickles, you watch as your human friend is strapped down to a thing that looks for all the world like a giant bondage chair, right? It's got the multiple heavy leather, and she'll do the typical creepy science dom, this is for your own protection rap.
Yep.
And then she turns to you. You see yourself reflected in her beautiful chrome face, Pickles. So we would see Pickles looking at her in her face. You don't have to watch this if you don't want to.
I'm not leaving Lita here alone with you.
Oh, this is horrible.
Sweet.
He actually reaches over and attempts to pet you.
Hands off.
She nods. I forget myself. Turns to Lita. Should this not have the desired result? Shall I surrender your possessions to the cat?
Yes.
Do you wish a message to be sent to anyone?
No. Pickles is the only one that matters.
Oh.
All right. She goes over to a side table and just got one of those little medical fridges. And she pulls out a thing, and it's like one of those giant needles. And it's got what looks like liquid mercury in it. And she finds a vein in the side of Lita's neck.
I'm not good with needles, Hannah, personally. Woo.
Injects.
And no humans is good with being injected with liquid mercury.
In the neck, especially.
No, I don't like any of this.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Meanwhile,
Oh, God.
Navad and Socket, you're walking away from resolving the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Navad, you're back to normal.
Okay.
Because in this place, without constant effort, he will just slip back to the box.
Okay.
So the one nice thing is you're able to just and that's done, and he just
goes away. It's okay.
That was fucked up, man. That was real fucked up.
Says the guy.
Yeah, that was so fucked up, man. We're too covered in blood and whatever this other stuff is. We just walked away. You were not in control, man. That was not okay.
I wasn't gonna. I don't know if I was gonna do it till you smashed that guy's head in with.
I just did that so you wouldn't do it.
Oh well, that kind of.
The backfired real bad. I know that was such a bad idea.
The Socket, the thing that will stick with you is you remember seeing Navad smiling while that was happening.
Yeah.
So the fact that it was happening was bad enough. The fact that he had kind of like an aloof, like a satisfied smile, like that was a good pizza, or like I got high score on Goleka, that is probably the thing that stuck with you.
Yep.
And up ahead, there is actual security systems. So you've reached the point where they've got a proper security barrier.
You want to fuck this up too, or should I do it?
No, that's probably you.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to want to do a hack.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. Hack is 5. 2 6s, 2 5s.
You shut it down. You're aware this is going to get harder and harder because it's all wired now. Like this is all going to be talking to each other. You're a little concerned that getting all the way into the dome, this is the most active wired, like everything is covered with scanners and sensors. And this is just the maintenance tunnel. Like in there, you're picturing like those little dome cameras like everywhere.
Yeah.
And
can I do a little like zoom around and just see what
you can? The concern is as you're doing that, you have a chance of pinging every single thing you zoom by.
Right. Okay. Then I'm probably not going to do that then.
Yeah, your ideal situation for your powers is like that thing is locked and it's really high security and you can focus on it. Right. And then you can go shut that down. I remove it from that work. This place where everything is screaming and talking to each other.
Yeah.
You are uncertain this is within your ability to shut down.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll relate that to Navad. Just like I can do a bunch, but there's only so much. This place is tight. I don't think I've ever seen a place as well covered as this.
Yeah, I hate this place.
Why are we down here again?
To sneak in and break stuff if things don't go well for Lita and the professor, but I don't know when we'll know that.
Yeah, I know. I should have got a radio or something, probably, I guess.
We didn't really think this through.
I was just kind of excited to see what the place looked like. Did you see that rocket ship? That was so cool. And those
I'm going to cut with we didn't think this through. I think we're going to cut to the other group right there. We really didn't think this through. Cut. At the point where Lita starts screaming, Pickles, she turns to you and says, this is Maria. So right now, my decisions, my use of political capital, that's all, and this is you screaming the entire time. all gets run through our collectivist resolution, which right now is going to have to involve the corporates. I don't think I'm going to do that. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak you out of here and release the security on the vehicle. And you can just fly it out of here. I don't think we should do this as an above boards. Your transaction with W is resolved. I will. All of that is being loaded right now, and I'll have it taken over to the flitter. But as far as getting that out of here, I think our best solution is as soon as I get my data from her, we get you to the pod, and you just leave. Is that acceptable to you?
With Lita.
Yes. I mean, assuming, and she gestures over and she's doing
Screaming.
the struggling, like the thing where you thrash up against the bonds.
Listen, corpse or not, I'm taking Lita with me, okay? Not leaving Lita
Corpse
here.
or not.
Our arrangement was only for the data from the first run of editing. So what you do with her after that point is entirely your business. I understand that the last subject we dealt with is walking and talking and feeds herself, and she's doing quite well.
Yes, we'd like to get out of here as soon as possible.
Well, you've got 2 more hours. I may have to gag her. I'm a little worried about her tongue.
Do it.
Do what you need to do.
Can I get you a snack?
A snack.
No, I'm not particularly hungry seeing my friend writhe on the table and scream.
Fair enough. All right, so the two of you have literally looked at each other in a very Scooby-Doo way. Like, we haven't thought this through. What are we doing? What is the next step? What is the answer to that? Is it simply go further down the corridor? Is it to explore what's down here in the sublevel? Is it to just leave and go, well, that was weird? Like,
well, I mean, I think it was the move up, like towards like the center of the dome.
You do know the way.
Yeah.
To that one lab, because that's how you got out. I mean, you have to crawl through the ducting and shit. Are you gonna do that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like
the way.
That's kind of our move.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm not gonna tell you why.
Okay.
No.
Fair.
Time later, and it's been over an hour. Maria is not in the room. She told Pickles she had other things to do. Lita is going through waves of being unconscious and then bolting awake, eyes pop open, screaming some more. And about this time, Pickles looks over and little screws kind of pop from one of the little air ducting grates. And look, there's Navad.
Oh.
What? Who's screaming? Who is that?
Lita.
Okay, I thought it might be her. I was worried. Let's get down there.
So she is crying metal.
Ooh, you look like me a little bit.
Wait. Whoa. That like I'm show up, right?
Yeah.
We're climbing into the room.
Yeah.
So this is very familiar. You
Pickles. Why is Lita strapped to this table?
Things went bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Are they? Who's doing this to her? Like, what's the? Like, can we stop it? Is there like a drip in her? Or what's going on?
Exact specifics. I just know that we're about halfway through this.
Oh.
And I don't know what happens if we unplug it now.
Oh no.
So for the record, there's no unplug. She put in one big squeezy thing of sparkling new nanites, and that was that.
Okay. Look.
And this, by the way, for Nevada's information, is exactly what happened last time.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Pickles. Lita, Can you hear me? Can Lita talk? Lita, can you talk?
Lita needs to make a willpower save and get 2 or more successes.
Oh, that's not likely.
Oh,
That's not likely with the number of dice I've got.
Oh, it's gaming. There's always a chance, right?
There's a chance. There's probability chance. Okay. Nope. I needed 2. Nope.
She manages to kind of look at you for a moment, and then there's another wave of pain. Just
Okay. Pickles. Remember how I told you I was here before?
yes.
Like, I was literally in this room before.
This would
This
have
is-
been great information. Hours
Well,
ago.
I might have been here hours ago had we not decided to split up the party. I had to kill a
were
bunch
too
of
afraid
freaks
to
in a
actually-
sewer.
Killed a lot of little guys. A lot of little guys.
You were murdering people.
He was murdering so many people.
Look, it's a long story.
Was he happy about it?
He was loving it. Look at it. He was just like
What?
smiling. It's like a day at the
What?
park.
No.
I bashed in one guy with my baseball bat. I feel really bad about it.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did a kind of mean silver lady like jab Lita with stuff, and then she's on a table screaming?
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, this is what happened to my friend D, who got smarter and is now kind of silver. So I don't know.
Is she okay? You know?
I mean, yeah, basically, but we stopped and this is literally how we got out last time. Like, we grabbed our friend off of the table with
Lita
a bunch
screams again.
If it
Like,
works
and
once, I don't see why it won't work twice. Are you guys getting the stuff that you need? Did they like trick you and torture you out of it, or
We made an agreement. Unfortunately, this was the only way out. And Lita said yes to this so that we could both go home.
okay?
where's Marie, the silver lady? Is that who talked to you?
Yes. She left
Where
a
is
while
she?
ago.
I need a pretty important endurance save from Lita.
No.
Important. Okay. It's gonna be something. Okay. Oh, 2 sixes.
She
Yes.
settles and stops screaming, but seems to be like non-compos mentis.
I'll take it. Not screaming is something. This is Hannah, obviously. Not Lita, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
So the door opens, and it's Captain Dyson,
Oh, it's Dyson.
oh, it's Dyson.
and he looks over at the bod.
Chiller.
Well, I was here to talk to you, and points to Pickles. Apparently, the load is in the vehicle.
Can you take us to the vehicle now?
That's not what I was told. I was supposed to tell you that it's loaded up, though.
Okay.
And he looks over at Lita with like sympathy and like a touch of horror. And it occurs to Socket and Navad that this poor bastard probably saw the back end of some of what you just ended. Because of the way he's looking at Lita is definitely sympathetic.
Is there any way I can make like a desperation plea to like have him like lead us out of here to the pod?
So you could go ahead and make your case and do a persuade.
Okay. I only have 2.
The persuasive one is the one like vaguely
On the
catatonic,
table.
catatonic on the thing.
You can give it a shot. You've also got good karma up.
That's true.
Do have good karma up. All right, I'm gonna roll.
And you're a
Yes.
little- so he looks, again, there's that like almost the guilt. He turns to Devad. You know how to get out.
Yes.
If I help you, I'm done here.
Come with us. Probably use a guy like you.
Yeah. I mean, this worked for us last time.
This whole thing, this deal with Curse's people negotiating through the corporation with the angels, that's a whole new thing. And the fact that the committee here was willing to go with it, we've effectively become, we're an extension of the Dallas Cathedral now.
What?
And you don't want that. You don't want that for yourself.
Look, there is a syringe that I can give her that will stop whatever they have the nanites program to do now.
Do it.
According to the records, it's the same thing we did for your friend the last time you were here.
And we stopped that. And she's fine. But we
Right.
didn't let it
Is
run
she
its
better off
course.
letting them finish?
What?
Is she better off letting them finish, or of us randomly stopping the process now? Like a choose your own adventure book. To stop the nanites, turn to 243.
Lita likes to play it fast and loose.
Is Lita able to weigh in on this decision, or is
Actually,
she?
No.
She's knocked out,
Actually,
but not screaming.
Make one more endurance.
One more endurance.
One more endurance, yeah.
Okay.
If you roll nice and good, maybe you can get out a little.
1-6.
You can say 4 words.
4 words. Anything for Professor Pickles.
It's a good 4 words.
Okay, Pickles.
That's what she'd say.
This is on you.
All right, Professor. And he pulls out of the little mini fridge, pulls another thing that's got a milky liquid in it. Do I use this or not? We got to go fast. Maria will be back here soon.
Use it.
Okay. So we get a shot of him injecting her with, it's only the antidote. It's basically what will rest the process.
Yeah.
She just passes out at that point. All right. I have to take them to the vehicle if I'm going to get them out of here. You know the way out.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop them off. It's been readied. So hopefully they'll be able, you can fly these things, I hope. She's unconscious.
Or if you want to play a prank, you can strap me into the chair and say that's what happened to her.
Socket's like, this is my chance to get out of here.
I can fly it.
All right. Back into your tunnel. I'll follow you out, and I'm going to have to go with you. I'm done here. I have a lot of stories.
Good.
Stories are great.
I want to hear. I want to know more about it.
Move.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at the time, what happens? We have a montage of Nevad and Socket, who just did all the work of coming out. So shut down the cameras, but it's all done. So they're going the other way.
Passing the bodies.
Yeah. Dyson is going to throw Lita over his shoulder. And literally leans down with his shoulder for Pickles. And kind of takes a couple of like big oxygenating breaths and then starts running. A couple of moments later, you hear the alarms go off.
I love him.
So I'm going to need another endurance save from Lita.
I spoke too soon. I thought it was over.
I love it. Maybe not.
I love him. I mean, I still love him. I don't think it's his fault. There's a 6 in there.
Yeah. So we will pull back the camera and see. It's basically a larger version of kind of the drone you saw with the vectored thrust, and it's a pod big enough for one person. But one person and a cat works.
Yeah.
Right? If you need two people, this would not work.
Yeah, one person and a cat.
It has a cargo area, and that has been he checks. It's been filled with what you needed. So he leans down to Pickles. Tell her I'm sorry.
I will.
And if you see the boy again, tell him too.
I will.
And he takes a grenade off of his vest and heads not to the direction Nevada went. He heads back into the dome.
No, I love him. No.
What?
Nevada and Socket.
I hate it.
He doesn't follow. So you get to the point where you're midway down the tunnel and the defenses have gotten weak. And not chasing after you.
Okay.
There's also no one chasing you.
I guess let's get back to the truck, man.
And then you hear an explosion.
Oh, yeah, let's definitely get back to the truck.
And then another explosion.
I literally feel like crying. I've known this
running,
character barely any time.
Oh, that sounds like something bad's happening up above. We gotta get to the
From
truck.
down the tunnel, like echoes of gunfire.
Yeah, let's book
You
it.
guys just run.
Run.
Okay. So we're going to say you get out, and from the edge of the glass crater, you're going to see it would have the escape tunnel for the vehicle would not be the same when you're in.
Okay.
So kind of to the side, you will see the two characters in a very Star Wars style. We see them looking up, and you'd see the vehicle pulling away and lifting off towards the clouds.
Were they, hey, Nevada, were they paying us?
Fuck.
And you actually see a couple of small explosions coming from the dome.
Oh, boy.
I don't know why everything's blowing up.
Yeah, but I don't think we should be here anymore because I don't want to be a part of any of this anymore.
I don't want to blow up.
So
Whatever.
you run around to the parking lot, and Gamma is actually playing with an ancient video game that's like a football game with little
Vision.
lights. Yeah. Oh, okay. Where are the others?
They're gone, man. They're long gone.
They took off in a flying ship.
They did it?
They did it.
They did something.
Get in.
But everything's exploding, and I don't know why, so I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't really want to find out why. I just want to get away
There's a
from it.
lot of alarms. I think if we move fast, we'll be good.
Let's move fast.
And he pulls out, and the last shot of the episode will be seeing the truck fading into the distance. All right, that is the end of the episode.
Oh, no!
Oh my god! Can I just from the point of view of Nevada, and we like went through a tunnel, killed some dudes in the tunnel, jumped into a room. I shouted a bunch of exposition, and there was like, "Well, gotta go," and then went back.
Yep, I think that's what we did.
The exact same way.
In so many movies, you were turned into a minor character from a movie that was there for exposition.
No worries. But I'm just like from
his perspective,
narrative arc. I'm like it was like a long Grandpa Simpson, you know?
Yeah, just in and out.
So I'm gonna say thank you so much to Kdin and Hannah.
Oh, this is great.
I'm gonna say we do not know, narratively speaking, the final fate of Lita. I'm not actually going to, in canon, like set that in stone. You just don't know.
Good.
From
Who's
the
to
PC
say?
point of view,
That's good.
no idea. You also don't know about Captain Dixon. All you know for sure is you saw him run back into the dome with a grenade, and then there was mayhem. You don't know whether he's alive or dead.
I love him.
And point of view of the game, no idea. Another dangling thread that may be followed later.
You would catch a grenade.
All right, Shannon, you're doing closing credits, right?
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. Let me pull up everybody. So hey, if Colt, I'm on. Yeah. So we want to thank, as always, our moderators, Qui-Gon and Tiger, who were in the chat. Andreas Faubus for doing our opening audio. Our chronicler Brett Grimstad, who also hangs out in the chat and helps keep us honest about lore and things like that. As always, the man with the magic behind the scenes, Colt Joyce, who is our technical director. And huge thanks for great episodes from Kdin Jenzen and from Hannah McCarthy. They are fantastic. And Marc Majcher joined us tonight, too. So thank you all. And we will see you next week, where we will be joined by Gabe Hicks and Satine Phoenix. So we're super excited about that.
So cool.
And until then, we'll see you in the wasteland.